Experience the ride at the Philadelphia Auto Show, January 28th through February 5th. Visit PhillyAutoShow.com. Proudly sponsored by NJM Insurance Group.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
It's playoffs time, Philly. Rally House has the Eagles gear you're looking for, including official postseason gear and the latest styles. Go Birds!
Eagles, Sixers, Villanova, Penn State, Temple, Phillies, Flyers, don't be late.
Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Gear up in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get the power of doing it right. Detailed project proposals, excellent customer service, and trusted professionals who get the job done on time and on budget.
The power of experience.
We're kings of the scaffolding and pros with the stucco. We've been there, done that. Get your project started at CertaPro.com and get
the power of pro.
CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Home improvement contract registration numbers are available at CertaPro.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can find options that fit your budget. Because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, like when I hold the door for someone. Sure, it may be weird if I don't time it right, and they're a little too far away, and now they're running. And we're both asking ourselves, is it worth it to run instead of just, letting them open their own door?
But still, it's the right thing to do. So get options based on your needs with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's back. The 23rd Annual Greater Philadelphia Boat Show. January 27th through 29th at the Expo Center at Oaks. Don't wait another year for your new boat. Shop 15 dealers from 3 states with in-stock boats ready for immediate delivery. The Philly Boat Show. January 27th through 29th at Expo Center at Oaks. Details at phillyboatshow.com. That's phillyboatshow.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's time now for Cuz Radio.
What up, Cuz? Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Talking with the Cuz.
Go Cuz. How you doing?
Stairs rips one into the night.
Stolen by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Look, Cuz, don't even try it, okay?
Now here's Anthony Gargano.
Why don't you get the hell out of here, Cuz?
And G-Man. Oh, look at this. Where you at, B. West? Where you at, Deshaun? Eagles, Giants. Wow. It's a damn monster movie. E-A-G-L-E-S. Wow, yes. Look at this. This is wild. We got now. Full disclosure, I wanted the Cowboys, but the Giants is the next best thing, right? You get two, you have, your division game. It's funny watching them yesterday. Now, Minnesota, I was just talking to Johnny DeKay about this. Minnesota is a paper tiger. Now, we knew that they were a paper tiger. Now, I did think Minnesota would win the game because I thought they had enough offensively to get it done. Now, I didn't expect the Giants to put up that many points. Even the Vikings defense blows, but that was a great game plan they had yesterday. And my first blush, I say this is a Gannon game. All right? This is a Gannon game. I need you, Jonathan, because the Eagles should match up. All right? They should match up. Now, what obviously Dable's going to want to do is control the ball, control the clock, take the air out of the ball. Barkley, Daniel Jones on, he's going to try to run him and do like he did yesterday. By the way, he took a beating yesterday, Daniel Jones. Now, Birds, much better, light years better than Minnesota defensively. So it's one thing to have their way And they had their way in the secondary, which was wild. I like Hodgkins is good, but I mean, like, they had receivers running wide open. That won't happen against the Birds. So that's a good thing. The good thing is they're not going to have the success throwing the ball down the field the way they did against Minnesota. Eagles are too good. Their pass rush is way better, and their secondary is miles better. So that's a big deal. It's going to come down to the run game. Now, you got the big hogs that you went out and got in Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh, and that 5-man front should work. And it's up to Gannon. You got to get off the line. You got to get off the field. See, against the Giants, I can't have easy throws for 5 yards. I can't have him move the sticks to start the game. Like, to start, I'm telling you, I've ever since the Giants won, I've been thinking about the matchup. So I need Gannon to be up, play press. I need you up on the line of scrimmage. I can't have you. You got to make it difficult for Jones. What Dable's going to want to do is he's going to want to run it, and he's going to want to have quick throws. If you're playing off the line of scrimmage, he's going to take that. I know I would. You know, the way to beat the Eagles, or the way to stay in the game, is by limiting the Eagles' drives, right? And the way to limit their drives is to possess the ball. And that means take whatever you can. See, this is what Dable's a great coach. So I expect the Eagles to win, but the game could get scary. Not scary that you're going to lose, but scary in that the game could be tight. In which case, then anything can happen. But the only way that happens is if Gannon is able. See, Gannon can't just lag back. And think about it. There was quick throw, quick hitters, Hodgkins, Slayton. Like, that's what he's going to want to do. You can't do that. Barkley out of the backfield. He's going to want to try to run it, keep the clock moving. That's what his aim's going to be. And you got to unleash the hounds. You know, look, again, I don't mean man zero blitzes and all that stuff. But, yeah, I would crowd the line of scrimmage. He's going to try to run Daniel Jones a lot. Some misdirection, keepers. That's how he's going to try to play this thing. And you got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You got the corners to play man. I mean, come on. And I would spy Daniel Jones. I wouldn't even mess around. Think about this for a second. When I'm looking at their team, their best player is Barkley, without a doubt. Hodgkins is good. Hodgkins is real good, but again, he's not going to burn past you. You got good corners. I go man against this group, and I go ahead, beat me. Let me see Daniel Jones beat me with his arm. I mean, guys are wide open because they really couldn't figure out how to play him. Minnesota was, I thought, horrible. Now, their personnel's horrible too, so I get that. But the Eagles have the personnel that should shut down that Giants offense. There's no way in the world the Giants are scoring the 30s against anybody. So I'm expecting, and again, this is a huge Gannon game. I can't allow them to possess the football. Offensively, I mean, I think the Eagles are going to get there. So as long as Jalen is a semblance of himself, I'm not talking about 100%, but as long as he, he's not, the shoulder's not falling off, I think Birds score. Birds should figure this out. I think it's a closer game, but it shouldn't be a sweat, if you get my drift. It's going to be awesome. Saturday night, under the lights, Lincoln Financial Field. It's on, Tunis.
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
So,
I already went in there. game plan mode.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm geeking out over this.
That's
thing.
all right. I'll go fan mode here then, because all season long, Ant, it's gotten to the point where you've questioned whether or not I actually hate the Giants. All season long, I've shown this team zero respect. The only person I show respect is Brian Dable, because he was a guy that actually, you and I have talked about this at length, wanted him as the coach of the Eagles. It worked out for the Birds, obviously, with Nick Sirianni. Brian Dable, I respect. The rest of that organization, all those players, zero respect. And you know what? That's not changing. That's not going to change going into this playoff game. I have zero fear going into this game. And look, they had a good game plan. You're right. They played well against the Vikings. But, man, like you said, they had everything working for them, throwing the football the little times they did, because the Vikings, it's literally what Gannon does sometimes, that soft zone coverage. It's terrible. But, look, the Eagles have a legit defense. They have corners. And all season long, anytime a good running back came here or the Eagles, played them on the road, they were able to stop them. There's only been a few times. Like Brian Robinson obviously had his way with the Eagles and Antonio Gibson in one of their 3 losses this year. But everything was made of, how are they going to stop Derrick Henry? They kept him to 30 yards. They kept Saquon Barkley in check both the first time that they played him because he didn't play the second game.
Now,
that's not going to change, in my opinion.
Yeah, it shouldn't change. Now, again, they're a different team than they were when we played them early. It's a different team. So, they're different.
How different?
They've
kind of been right around 500 all season long.
Hodgins has emerged since then.
All right, well, I got Darius Slay and James Bradbury.
Listen, I agree with you that the Eagles should win the game. I feel good about that. But, I know you want to be Joe fan, but...
Oh, it's coming out this week.
I mean, that's fine. But let's look at it intelligently first. I mean, before we start... pounding our chest. Again, there's things that need to happen. The Eagles should win the game. Like, I feel great about the game, but there's things that they got to do. Like, the Giants are not a bad team. Just because the Vikings stink, they can hurt. You need to play them a certain way, and to play them a certain way, You this is a Gannon game.
Yeah,
for
you
me.
texted me that last night. This comes down to Gannon.
It's going to come down to him, because here's the thing: you don't want them to control the football. You don't want them to occupy the ball and keep you on the sidelines. That's what I can't stress this enough to you, that you're going to have to be aggressive, and you're going to have to crowd the line of scrimmage, and you're going to have to. Not only, you're going to have to spy Daniel Jones. I mean, because you know how Dable plays it. Dable knows he doesn't have big play. He's not a big strike offense.
Right.
And he's dangerous, man. He's a great offensive mind, Brian Dable. So you got to be and they got a little confidence certainly defensively in the game 2 weeks ago. So my only point to you is, we'll have plenty of time to thump our chest, and I'll let you run wild. But we're just talking about the game itself. There are things that the defensive coordinator needs to do.
Yeah, and look, he's been my number one concern really all season long, has been Gannon, but like I just said, these big backs, these big running teams, the Eagles have been able to stop them this year. And I don't see why.
They stopped when they got Sue
right.
and Linville Joseph. Remember,
you saw what ended up happening.
Remember, there was an issue with the run game until you got those 2 bodies.
Yeah, and you got those 2 bodies this time, too, like you did the first time against the Giants, where you were able to keep Barkley in check. And, yeah, you mentioned Hodgins and how he's coming to form for them, but I mean, I look at it and I go, I don't see how that team is going to move the ball against this Eagles defense. And look, I know that Gannon plays a huge role in this, but
I know. Listen, I'm a worrier, okay? So it's the playoffs. I'm not one to, I believe in sports gods. I believe in all this stuff. So I'm not one to come in on a Monday morning and start chirping route because the first game was a route. I like that. I, in fact, don't even like the fact that the first game, the game in which their starters played and your starters played, I didn't even like the fact that they scored 48 on them.
Why?
I've seen too many times when you've owned a team in the regular season, you put up big numbers against them, and then for some reason it's a slog. I got a feeling it's a slog of a game.
Yeah, I don't think they put up 48 this time.
I think the Eagles win. I think we win, but I think it's close.
All right. Look, and
I think it's low scoring too.
Okay. Look, and here.
Now, I could be completely wrong.
Find out who hurts it, right?
Well,
I mean, if his shoulder is Jell-O,
yeah,
then it's a totally different conversation. I don't know. We've been saying this for 2 weeks. We don't know the severity of the injury. So his arm could be terrible, and that 20 of 35 performance in the final week of the regular season could have been 20 of 35 because not the game plan, but because his shoulder's messed up. And hopefully, look, he didn't sound all that confident last week when he spoke, saying thank God to the bye week, right? But I gotta just think, man. I feel like this Eagles defense matches up perfectly against the Giants offense and their limited strengths that they have. And then the Eagles,
it should,
right?
Like it should, like you should. You have two terrific corners, so you should use your corner, use that advantage of who you got. Minnesota, if it's funny. Why did the Giants have success? Ask yourself this. Giants had a lot of success yesterday because they kept catching Minnesota, right? Minnesota kept playing a light box.
Yep.
Right? So they kept going. They were so afraid of the back end that they were putting 7 men in the box. The Giants it was a numbers game. And so they come into it and they're attacking with a light box, and they couldn't do anything. The Eagles don't need to do that. But that's where Gannon needs to adjust a little bit. Because, again, you shouldn't be worried about playing your guys off, playing your corners off.
Right.
You should be crowning the line of scrimmage, and you should have a spy on Daniel Jones. And as long as you keep your gap integrity, because they're going to want to try to reverse all kinds of stuff, that's what, going to try to use his legs. See, what Dable's going to try to do is get every inch from you. Like, he's going to boil it down to first downs. Like, he's not playing for sure. Like, you play the Bills, you play the Chiefs.
Yeah, you're taking shots.
Right. Anybody, right? Like, you play these teams, even Jacksonville or Chargers, even San Francisco, who's got the best run game around. They're still going to take shots. This Giant team, they're going to look at it. I want to be third. I want to be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. That's what they're going to try to do. What were they yesterday on third downs? Yesterday on third downs, they were 7 of 13 on third downs.
All right.
So that's going to be a key, and that's my point. Where, again, if you put them in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, game over. But you got to make sure that you're crowding the line of scrimmage and you're not giving up cheap yards, because that's what they want. They want to get 5 on first.
Yeah.
6 on first down, quick hitter. That's why you can't play soft.
Right, and that's what the Vikings did a lot yesterday. I mean,
between that and the light box, the Giants were 3rd and 3 every game or less every possession.
Yeah, I mean, he was either thrown in the flat for a 3-4 yard gain, or he's going over the middle of the field. One of the biggest plays that could have changed the game was that Darius Slayton drop, where he was wide open in the middle of the field. It was that 3rd and 15, and I thought when that drop happened that the Vikings were going to come down the field and win. They obviously didn't. But I mean, that stuff was there all game. Over the middle of the field was just there all game for the Giants, and the Vikings never made an adjustment. And I just don't see the Eagles allowing that. I don't want to say forget Gannon, but I just don't see the talent on the Eagles defense allowing that to happen. And then,
it's all about the scheme.
Right, I got you.
Not about talent. I mean, this team, There's talent. They have great talent. I agree. I have great talent on this defense. And, but it's always about scheme, and it's always about what you're calling. Because it doesn't matter if I got Darius Slay or Bradbury if I'm playing them 7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
And then a quick hitter. Gannon has a habit of having terrific second halves, right? Like kind of adjusting to his own mistakes.
Right. It's always his mistakes.
Which is odd because, if you just go out, like there's certain game plans. I mean, look, I give you the game plan every week we do this. Where I come in, I give it again, tell you what their strengths are, the other team, how you're supposed to attack them. And, it's not rocket science. It's pretty easy. I mean, no football. You don't have to be a coach to figure out what you want to try to do conceptually. And conceptually, Saturday night, you got to force, put the game on Daniel Jones's arm. That's what you got to do. And then, offensively, it comes down to Jalen's health.
Right.
I'm going to take it at face value that he can go a little bit. That, he may not be 100%, but, he's 80%. I mean, they're going to score. Eagles offense, too good. Too good. And it's going to come down to not letting the Giants control the ball. And by the way, you get that lead, man. Like in the first game, when you had the big lead, they can't come back on you.
No. It can't be like the Saints where the Giants get the ball first and score a touchdown on a 9-minute drive.
No, I want the football.
Yeah, me too.
As much as I'm,
I love defense
I'm
first.
anti. I like to defer. I'm a defer person.
Okay.
But not in this game. I want as many early chances as I can. Now, again, that's assuming that Jalen's ready to go. But I want to come out. I need to come out and score and put pressure on them. Because I'm telling you, if you take a lead and you score and you put them up against it, they're not coming back on you. It's going to be it'll be like the first game between the teams. That's going to be a key. We'll talk all about it. I am geeked up, Jonas. You are fired up.
Yeah, man, it's Giants week.
This is awesome.
Now I'll actually care because it's playoff time, man. But I still show no respect to that team, except Brian Dable. And I'll give Daniel Jones credit yesterday he was a gamer yesterday.
Yeah. No,
he took a ton of shots. I'll give him
well.
credit.
It was a crazy weekend.
Dude, it's insane.
It was a crazy weekend, which we got to talk all about. It was insane. That's why the NFL rules. Football Monday on The Fanatic, presented by Pierce Phelps. Whatever it takes, go to nopaybryant.com. So we got right in the business mode early. We got it's an abbreviated show today. So happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody. It's an abbreviated show. We're taking you up until Flyers hockey, which is at 1 o'clock from Boston. Flyers Bruins, 1 o'clock matinee, which means we're on until then. Lots to get to. 610-632. What do you think? 0975. 610-632-0975. Well, it's time to get nuts. We got an opponent. It's going to be Saturday night at Lincoln Financial Fan. I was ready to Judas. Judas fired up. I like when he's fired up. Playoffs. Super Bowl's on the line. Here it is, man. All right, let's talk about the Bet Parks app. Playoffs are so much fun with the Bet Parks app. Imagine all the craziness that happened. Like, you could live bet Dougie P and the Jaguars at a big number Saturday night after the epic comeback by Jacksonville and Doug. You could have done the same thing when the game got close with Buffalo or the Niners. Last night, the Ravens. Like, there's so many things that you could do with live betting, with props, all kinds of good stuff. Same game parlays, you name it. The Bet Parks app has it all. Got you covered. So go to betparks.com. You got to download it to your phone, whether iPhone, Android, download the app. Betparks.com's got all the details. Like if when you sign up, you're a new customer, you get up to $750 of sportsbook credit if your first bet's not a winner. You just got to be in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
We got the matchup set. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Wawa. Wawa is bringing brisket back in a big way. Get the slow-cooked perfection on a sandwich. Brisket just got better at Wawa. We now know who the Eagles will be taking on Saturday night in the divisional round of the playoffs. It'll be the New York Giants. The Giants beat the Vikings yesterday, so the Eagles will host the Giants Saturday night, 8:15 kickoff. We will get you set all week long here on the Fanatic before the divisional round of the playoffs. Some other moments from this weekend which were crazy in Super Wildcard Weekend. How about Doug Peterson and the Jags down 27-0, eventually win 31-30. We'll find out tonight whether the Dallas Cowboys move on, and we'll have 3 NFC East teams in the divisional round. They are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sixers with a 2-0 weekend. And today the Flyers take on the Bruins in Boston at 1 o'clock. You'll be able to listen live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Jefferson Health. At Jefferson Health, there are more than 12,000 caregivers who push beyond what's possible. It is healthcare rooted in care. Jefferson Health, that's uncompromising care. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
See DallasStillSucks.com for details. All offers on approved credit. Plus tax 452.3.
New year, new car.
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best?
Boy, I guess.
Easy, boy. Here we go.
New year, new car.
And they're off.
World famous Gary Barberas is storming out of the gate, and you can too in America's favorite from $12,990. Yes, from $12,990.
It's our first sale of the year with Jeep's Cheap. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera.
Boy, I guess.
Just $199 down for only $199 a month. Gary Barbera discounts Jeep's Cheap.
Oh yeah, DallasStillSucks.com.
New year, new car.
It's our first sale of the year. Going Cherokee.
Crazy? Some rows and rows of Borbeck in the Boulevard. Jeep's Cheap. Just $199 down for only $199 a month.
Right, Birds coach Nick?
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best?
Boy, I guess.
Go Birds!
DallasStillSucks.com.
Attention, guys. By now, you should know that when it comes to meal enhancement pills, most of these contain the same ingredients that are repackaged over and over again. Why take the same old when you can perform in the bedroom with confidence at the highest level? That's why Noxitril needs to be on your bedstand. If you thought that the little blue pill works well, wait till you try Noxitril. It's like Viagra on steroids. Thousands of men each week have switched from that prescription blue pill to Noxitril. That's because Noxitril is automatic. No need to worry anymore. When it's time to perform, we've got this. Explosive results you can count on with no side effects, no stuffy nose. We want every man to try Noxitril, so call now and take advantage of our special free bottle offer today. Oh, and as a reminder, please use the Noxitril dose as directed. It's that strong.
Call right now and get your free supply. Call 800-993-1760. That's 800-993-1760. It's like Viagra on steroids. Free bottles available for a limited time only, so call right now. 800-993-1760. That's 800-993-1760.
The postseason has finally arrived, and I'm excited. Kickoff football playoffs with BetRivers Online Sportsbook. BetRivers is your go-to sportsbook for all things football this playoff season. Celebrate this weekend with our playoffs first TD this weekend for the divisional round. The fun will continue throughout the rest of the playoffs with tons of new offers and specials. Log on to BetRivers.com or download the BetRivers app today to get in on all the action. It's a whole new game. And of course, you have your local Birds playing at home in their first playoff game. Hopefully, it won't be the last one. Head to BetRivers.com or download the BetRivers app today to get in on all the action. At BetRivers, it's a whole new game. You must be 21 or older and in Pennsylvania to play. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Join Andrew Salchunas and Tyrone Johnson for 97.5 The Fanatic's official playoff watch party at Wicked Wolf in Philadelphia. Watch the Birds take flight with the best fans in the country. Corona and Corona Light buckets on special and tons tons of great prizes. First 100 people get a custom Fanatic football shirt and chance to win a 65-inch TV, courtesy of Gerhard's Appliances. 97.5 The Fanatic's official playoff watch party, presented by Corona.
Live La Vida Más Fina.
For details, visit the events page on 975thefanatic.com.
Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Must be 21.
Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico because Pico's got the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and to save cash. See how Pico's helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy costs to improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal and an energy profile. The report will be generated for you, and this profile is going to provide specific recommendation based on your facilities, equipment, and energy use with great ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
Shop limited time deals at the Truckload event at Lowe's, happening now. Save big on your favorites across the store. During this event, get up to 50% off select tools and accessories. Plus, find the perfect floor tile for your home for less. Get up to 50% off select styles while you can. Head to your local Lowe's store or visit Lowes.com to shop the Truckload event today. Valid 12/29 to 1/25 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowes.com for details. Discount taken at time of purchase.
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for Valentine's Day? Right now, generic Viagra, aka Sildenafil, is just $4 per dose at Roman. Just complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. If medication is appropriate, Roman sends everything right to your door with free shipping and in discreet packaging. Go to ro.co/Viagra to get generic Viagra for just $4 per dose. Do it by February 8th for 20% off and guaranteed shipping by Valentine's Day. That's ro.co/Viagra.
Hey, it's Pro Football Playoff time. We're all into it. John Kincaid telling you, get in on the action now with the BetPark Sportsbook and Casino app. It's the only app that I recommend. You get live in-game betting. You can bet during the game, and you can bet on individual player performances before the game. New users get up to $750 in sportsbook bonus back if your first bet isn't a winner. So download it today. The BetPark Sportsbook and Casino app. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. See betparks.com and get full terms and conditions. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. This week's Pro to Watch is brought to you by Bradford White. Bradford White water heaters are built to be the best. This week's Pro to Watch is a Birds player who's on the mend. We're hoping to be able to see him return to great form in the postseason, and that's right tackle Lane Johnson. The numbers are clear. The Birds win when Johnson plays. They lose frequently when he doesn't. So what they're going to need is that abdominal injury to heal itself. They want to be flying out to Arizona later on this month to compete for a championship. Without Lane Johnson, the odds of that happening get very slim. For exceptional hot water performance for your home or your business, ask a plumbing professional about installing a Bradford White water heater. Whether it's gas or electric, tank or tankless, how you heat your hot water matters. So choose the efficiency, quality, and reliability of Bradford White for your starting lineup. To learn more and find a pro near you, visit BradfordWhite.com.
All right, start the new year off right by finally losing that weight with NJ Diet. NJ Diet can help you keep that New Year's resolution with their scientific approach that will ensure that you lose that fat quickly and safely. NJ Diet uses your hair and saliva samples along with their bioenergetic scans to personalize natural solutions and supplements that balance your hormones, where the side effect is, you guessed it, weight loss. You're going to shed a contractually guarantee 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to help you keep the weight off. NJ Diet, all natural. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Full supervision provided every step of the way. You even get the doctor's personal email and phone number. They're with you, man. With locations in King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, Newark, Delaware, or live online video consultations from home. I'm telling you, you're hooked up. Lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in just 40 days. Guaranteed. Call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Schedule your consult today, njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com, and lose the weight for good.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
10 o'clock hour brought to you by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows. Plus, make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. Yeah, it's 10:30. as we hang out. We got an opponent. It's going to be Saturday night. It's going to be awesome. Saturday. I like the Saturday better than the Sunday. Saturday night greater than Sunday, Tunis.
I agree, especially because there are games on Sunday, too, so I can kind of just chill out, watch those games, not stress. Because if they're playing Sunday night, you have to stress all day Saturday and all day Sunday. And I know you're a night owl. I would honestly prefer the 4:30 because I don't want to wait that long. But
no, that's hard. The 4:30 is a Bobo game.
At least it's Saturday night and not Sunday night. So I'm in, man, for different reasons.
I love the Saturday night. I do. I think the Saturday night's awesome. Saturday night is a great game. It's just like, it's everybody's in on it. The whole country. I mean, the country's in on everything, but
yeah.
It's Saturday night. It's great. Like the next day, you're off. Like
that's the beauty part too.
For just the whole vibe of Saturday night at the link. People are going to start, tailgating.
Oh yeah,
at 9 a.m. Man, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy scene.
That's going to be an incredible moment. The road to the Super Bowl begins Saturday. And against the Giants, right? A familiar foe. A hated, and a team that you've owned. We have owned the Giants.
Yeah, and, I think that should continue. It should continue this Saturday, which is why I feel as good as I do today. Like, I felt worse, I think, Friday than I do today. And there's no reason for it. It's not like I was afraid of the Cowboys or afraid of anybody that they could have faced because we were saying from the beginning that they're getting the NFC Championship game. But I feel like almost this is a good test, good teaser before the NFC Championship game. Good. I don't want to say walkthrough because I don't want to be that disrespectful. But that's what I feel that good about the game this weekend. Let's go.
Yeah, you're scaring me with the walkthrough.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean
you're sounding like you expect 48 again.
I'm not expecting 40. I'm expecting a good football game, though.
Yeah, all right. You sound like it's going to be easy. You got that
stink.
You got that attitude. It's going to be easy. I think they win too. So I
change the name to the Wimps.
I'm not a
Giants.
I'm not a. I think Birds win. So I feel good. I feel confident. I mean, Lane Johnson made me feel good on Friday.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, when he says that the injury was diagnosed worse than what it actually was, originally diagnosed as what it actually was. That's good. That's huge.
Yeah, because he's such a vital part. You heard John talking about it in that spot, and he's right. Like that, Lane's everything. So Lane's good. He'll be able to gut it through, and that's a big deal.
It was nice to hear also on Friday.
That Jalen through?
Well, no, not even that. Not even related to injury. It's kind of what you and I suspected, but nobody really asked about it the last couple of weeks, which I found strange in the press conferences. But you asked Zach Berman, all right, what's the deal with Miles Sanders? Because remember, they just stopped going to him really the last couple of weeks, and he was like, yeah, I think they were just saving him up for the playoffs, which was good to hear. Right, to finally hear it because there hasn't been really anything out there.
Well, he did say he was banged up, so that
but getting him ready for the playoffs because remember we only had 12 carries against the Saints in a game.
No, I didn't understand that line of thinking.
So it was a good sign to hear that, and that means he should be well ready to go for this week as well, which is going to help Jalen Hurts out too. We always talk about how Hurts helps out Sanders and how obviously his legs makes this offense move, Hurts' legs. But it's going to help out a lot if Miles Sanders is close to 100% and refreshed.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. To me, offensively, they should be, as long as that shoulder is not, a real issue, as long as he can play with it, I mean, they should move the ball. They should. The Eagles' offensive line is so much better than the Vikings' offensive line. That was another reason why. One of the reasons why I thought the Vikings had suspect play call yesterday, and I give Giants credit. The Giants took out Jefferson. Jefferson was a big deal. The two things the Giants did was they took away Jefferson and they held on to the ball.
Yep.
And that should be your lesson. That should be Jonathan Gannon's lesson, what he takes out of it. 42 degrees Saturday during the day, goes down to 33 at night.
That's football weather, ain't it?
It is football weather. You're right, dude. I mean, it's going to be amazing.
Nah, it's going to be great, man. Can't wait. Saturday night, that's awesome. That's going to be a great time, and I can't wait to hopefully party all night.
Yeah.
And, recuperate on Sunday.
Yeah, see, I was just looking at this time of possession. But you knew the Giants held it all day.
Yeah.
33 and change to 26 and change. I mean, nearly 8 minutes. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big advantage when you hold the ball for nearly 8 minutes.
Well, when you get that many first downs, too, like you said, especially the ones on third down.
They ran 12 more plays, 68 to 56.
And they're using the clock.
Yep.
They're not hurrying up to the line of scrimmage.
And that has to do with the third down, 7 for 13. So, I think that's the lesson going into it, right? And then the lesson going into the game. Let's see what Sean has to say. Sean is in Marlton. What do you say, Sean?
Hey, what's going on, cuz? Huge fan of the show.
Thanks, brother. Happy Monday.
You as well. I just wanted to go over, I'm a big X's and O guy like you are, and I said the same thing as far as this being a coordinator game. Now, as far as Gannon goes, I'm not asking for it to be Buddy Ryan 2.0.
Nope.
But if you want a blueprint of how to play defense in the NFL these days, look at the way Minnesota played against Jones and how Miami played against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like, you got to play bump and run, press coverage, and don't show your hand. I'm just amazed at how some of these defensive coordinators sit in these shell coverages pre and post snap.
Yeah, that's right.
And don't adjust at all. I mean, you look at D'Amico Ryans over in San Francisco. You don't know where the blitz is coming from. You don't know what the coverage is. And I'm just worried about Gannon sitting in those shell covers.
And you know who did a nice job? You know who did a real nice, especially the second half? Mike Caldwell from the Jags. Mike Caldwell used to be a linebacker here under Andy, another Jim Johnson disciple. And I thought he did a hell of a job in the second half, stopping that Chargers. Remember, the Chargers were to benefit all those turnovers in the first half. And I thought Mike Caldwell did a great job because he pressured. He caught a lot of blitzes. And I'm with you, Sean. It's not about, throwing a house. It's about crowding the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. If you give defined reads to Daniel Jones, he's going to do what Andy Dalton did. If you put some pressure and spy him and give him different looks, it's going to be a long day for the Giants.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I think you're right on. I think, if you could somehow make it such where you go in and you're making it like 2 yards, 3 yards on first down, limiting them first down gains. Sean, I think, you put them in second, third and long, forget about it. And then you get a lead on top of it. Ball game, Sean.
Going.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brother. We see it the same way, buddy.
All right, cuz.
Good stuff, man. Go Birds. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I think, early on, stop them early. Early downs. Get out to a lead. I don't think the Giants are built to come back. I think the Giants are built to keep it close, keep it close, and then try to knock you out with a haymaker. That's what they're going to try to do.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. And as we discussed, prime example was that first matchup the Eagles had with them. I mean, they couldn't come back against the Birds.
No.
And it's the same way. And again, I don't think the Giants put up as many points against the Eagles defense as they did against the Vikings yesterday. I mean, that was a terrible game by the Vikings.
Horrible.
It was terrible.
Horrible. I agree.
Terrible game. And you and I were texting last night, and when it comes to the Eagles' offense, I got to give the Giants linebackers a lot of credit, and then guys like Kayvon Thibodeau, because they did wreak havoc. Even though the Vikings did score a couple touchdowns, it didn't look like Kirk Cousins was really comfortable that much during the game fortunately, Hurts can move a little bit. Like Cousins, he's got cinder blocks for feet, whereas Hurts can escape a little bit, keep a play extended, and make some things happen downfield, which is obviously a good sign.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Dude, what are you doing checking down, by the way? 4th and 8.
Yeah, I mean, how bad was that?
We would be losing our mind.
Are you kidding me? You throw that?
That's how your season ended?
Yeah, that was pathetic.
Because you checked down on 4th and 8?
Yeah, that was pathetic. Remember the first game, though? I want to get back to the first game. The first game, it was key, right? The first game between the real game where everybody played, the Eagles jumped out to a 21-0 lead. That set the tone, right? They start off the game. The Giants get the ball first. You stop them. Big sack on 3rd and 17. Look at this. Look at this, dude. 1st and 10. What happens? Jones gets sacked.
It's a good start.
Right? Then the Eagles score a touchdown. And now, same thing. They face a 3rd and 7 on the next drive, and the Eagles get out of it. And the Eagles go down, and they score 14-0. And then, same thing. Right? They get 1 first down, and then it's 3rd and 6, and they can't do anything. The Eagles go down and score. It's 21-0. I mean, that we got to. I'm not saying it'll be like that easy,
right.
But you got to hope that it's 14-3 sometime in the second quarter.
Yeah, because then the second half of that game, I mean, Saquon Barkley was barely on the field, or he was on the field, but he wasn't really a part of the offense.
But early on, the defense, Gannon's game plan was good early on in that game, where you could see that he did not give up a lot of manageable situations. Now, I will say. And the reason why I said that they're a different team is, teams come together, and they seem to have come together in this past month, where they look, pretty close.
Yeah, their defense got healthier.
Yeah,
they were banged up.
No, they were.
They were banged up against the Eagles the first time.
That's
so
true.
They weren't, full complement of players. But I don't know, man. I know crazy things happen in the playoffs, and we saw it this weekend. It was an insane weekend. Just when you thought each game was done, something happened, right? Like that's what makes football so great. But
I know.
The way it matches up, we'll come up with reasons why things may not go well, but I'm going into this week with all right, this is how things are going to go right for the Eagles.
Yes.
That's where my mindset is.
I like it.
I'm leaning toward the positive.
Well, no, I mean, you should lean. It's playoffs. You should lean toward the positive.
I know. So I brought this up to Pat on Saturday.
What's that?
A lot of times, and look, it's our nature, right? And I'm not even saying this is a Philadelphia thing. I think it's our nature in general in life. If you're on the fence about something, whether it's going to go good or go bad, I feel like a lot of times we lean toward the negative, where things might not go well.
Yeah,
if you're on the fence. I think that's a human thing. I don't think that's just Philadelphia sports.
Yeah.
But I look back at it and look, yes, the Jalen Hurts injury is a big deal. I'm not going to just be like, don't worry about it. But they went 14-3, man. And everything that happened, they went 14-3. Jonathan Gannon, I can bitch and moan as best as the next guy. They went 14-3. Yeah, the offense is going to change a little bit because of Hurts' injury. But the offense was designed by Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen to get them to 14-3. I don't think they just forgot how to coach all of a sudden. I don't think they all of a sudden go, we don't know what to do. It's over. No, they went 14-3. The talent on this team got them to 14-3, both sides of the ball. So if I were to lean one way or the other, I feel like they deserve everybody to lean toward the positive side of things.
I agree. I think you're right about that.
They went 14. If they were 8-8, okay, that'd be a little bit harder. But they went 14-3, and it wasn't a fake 14-3.
No,
they still haven't been exposed.
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing you should be worried about is Hurts' injury. But other than that, they have not been exposed. There hasn't been something where you go, that's what you're going to attack.
Right.
The only thing was the interior defensive line and how he went out and gets Sue and Joseph, and that changed everything.
Yeah, no, dude. Listen, this team does they do deserve to get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I agree with that. I mean, again, I just want to look at it from a football standpoint, and the only factor I don't know, there's a couple things. One, I think the game's a lot closer than 48-22.
Yeah.
I think it's, playoffs. I think they're a different team. And, the biggest information I don't have is Jalen.
Right.
Right? And, to some extent, Lane, because you know what Lane means to that. But, again, the Eagles should match up. They should win the game. Like, I feel good about what the other thing too is the line comes out. They're 7.5.
I saw 8.5.
Well, the overnight line was 7.5. I don't know where it is now. I just saw the overnight line. It's 7.5 is a big number. That half is over a football number. That's a big number to be 7.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
So Vegas is telling you that, Vegas believes in the Eagles too. To make them, especially coming after the Giants go into Minnesota and win.
Yeah.
I thought the line was going to come in around 6. Honestly, I thought it was going to be 6. I thought the Eagles were going to be 6, and so I saw 7.5. I was like, wow, over the touchdown threshold. That's a big deal.
There's a feeling out there that the Eagles are going to take care of business.
And I think it's probably a right line. I think it's it's probably going to be around that. I could see a little lower scoring. I could see Eagles, 24, 24-17 around there.
That's fair.
So something like that. All right, we got lots to get to. It's fun, man. Playoffs are the best. All right, coming up, we got to discuss what happened. We have the vault coming up. We'll open up the phone line, 610-632-0975, 610-632-0975. We'll have that. We'll also do a little, I got to talk about yesterday. And all the games, or the weekend's games are wild. Absolutely wild. It's Cuz Ready with the Tunis on a playoff Monday, Martin Luther King Day. What a day, man. We're taking about the Flyers hockey, 1 o'clock. Sixers nice win last night against the Lakers. Joe coming up strong. Big shot.
Yeah. Oh, he's not clutch.
He hit the shot.
He's not clutch. He doesn't hit shots there.
He hit the shot. It was money.
Great pass by Harden. Set it up. It was a good play.
It was a good play.
The whole design was a good play.
Well, that's that play that he's money at. Yep. So, granted, it wasn't the Bucks, but it was the Lakers on the road. Second night of a back-to-back. That's a good win, man. We got to start getting back to play the song tunes.
Oh, damn right. Oh, you know how I feel.
You know what I mean? All right, let me tell you about Meineke. Meineke celebrating over 50 years of service and trust. And Meineke's got you covered for everything with your vehicle. Right now, we got to make sure our vehicles are in tip-top condition. So Meineke's got you covered this winter with a semi-synthetic oil changes starting at $29.99. How about a full synthetic oil change starting at $59.95, up to 5 quarts, standard filter plus disposal fees? Is your car's warning bell dinging? What about the check engine light? That on? The dinger light could mean something, number of things. Could be something simple like just a loose gas cap, whatever. Or it could be something serious. You got to get attention right away. Either way, you can find out at your local Meineke. Take it in. They're going to do you right. Trust me. They're going to. I took my Jeep into Meineke and had a wonderful experience. Save $10 when you spend $50 now at Meineke. Save $20 when you spend $150. And when you spend $400 or more, you can save $50. That's right. How about that? So listen, your bad brakes got you breaking your personal swear jar record. Give your brakes and your budget a break with 50% off brake pads and shoes at your local Meineke Car Care Center. Did you know all Meinekes are locally owned and operated? Find out more information about your local Meineke Service Center or to schedule your service appointment today, go to Meineke.com. Meineke with tires and brakes and batteries and exhaust and steering and you name it. Meineke doing car care right.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Playoff football at the link. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by AAA Car Care. Get a special winterization package for just $64.99 at AAA Car Care Centers now through January 31st. See store for details or visit AAA.com/mycar. We found out yesterday who the Eagles will be taking on in the divisional round of the playoffs. It's the New York Giants who went into Minnesota and upset the Vikings. So the Eagles will be taking on the Giants this Saturday at 8:15. We will get you covered all week long here on the Fanatic. Still one more game in the wild card to be played. Tonight we have the Bucks and the Cowboys taking place in Tampa. And congratulations to Doug Peterson after being down 27-0 to the Chargers. They come back and win 31-30 to advance to the divisional round of the AFC playoffs. Sixers 2-0 weekend in their West Coast trip. That's good. Joel Embiid dominant as always. And we have the Flyers today. Happy MLK Day. Flyers puck drop will be at 1 o'clock in Boston. You can listen live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Jefferson Health. At Jefferson Health, there are more than 12,000 caregivers who push beyond what's possible. It is healthcare rooted in care. Jefferson Health, that's uncompromising care. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Brisket is back at Wawa, which means you could get a savory barbecue brisket sandwich or a creamy barbecue brisket mac and cheese bowl. Or you could get both on Wawa's new barbecue brisket mac and cheese panini. Your two favorites melted between perfectly toasty bread. It's the best of both worlds. A double whammy, a toast of two favorites. Brisket is back and better than ever at Wawa. Try it in a sandwich, bowl, or a panini. Gotta have a Wawa. New Year's are for fresh starts, and fresh starts call for fresh Wawa coffee. Like 100% Colombian, hazelnut, French vanilla, and now the limited edition maple coffee cake flavored coffee. Made fresh every morning. Hints of cinnamon and sweet maple syrup go perfectly with your go-to milk or creamer for a sweet start to your day. Start fresh with a maple coffee cake flavored coffee. Great morning start at Wawa.
You know, home shows provide homeowners the deepest discounts on remodeling projects. It's John Kincaid from my friends at Window Nation, and they're bringing home show savings right into your house. Schedule a free, no-obligation in-home demonstration today and lock in this incredible offer. Get 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy with no limit, plus pay no interest for 60 months. If you want to know what your home would look like with new Window Nation windows, use their free virtual visualizer. Go to windownation.com/home show. You upload a picture of your house and you try out hundreds of options online. Every size, every style, every color. You get design tips from the experts and you learn how Window Nation's trained installation specialists have helped over 150,000 homeowners. Home show savings last for just a limited time. So call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com/home show. 2 free windows for every 2 you buy and no interest for 60 months. That's a full 5 years. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com/home show.
Attention, guys. By now, you should know that when it comes to meal enhancement pills, most of these contain the same ingredients that are repackaged over and over again. Why take the same old when you can perform in the bedroom with confidence at the highest level? That's why Noxatril needs to be on your bedstand. If you thought that the little blue pill works well, wait till you try Noxatril. It's like Viagra on steroids. Thousands of men each week have switched from that prescription blue pill to Noxatril. That's because Noxatril is automatic. No need to worry anymore. When it's time to perform, we've got this. Explosive results you can count on with no side effects, no stuffy nose. We want every man to try Noxatril, so call now and take advantage of our special free bottle offer today. Oh, and as a reminder, please use the Noxatril dose as directed. It's that strong.
Call right now and get your free supply. Call 800-993-1760. That's 800-993-1760. It's like Viagra on steroids. Free bottles available for a limited time only, so call right now. 800-993-1760. That's 800-993-1760.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get
the power of a cut above.
Decades of expertise to transform your home from so-so to virtuoso.
The power of neighborhood painters.
We live where you live, and probably like the same pizza place you do.
Put the power of pro
to work for you today. Get your project started at CertaPro.com.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Home improvement contractor registration numbers are available at CertaPro.com.
Hockey's even more exciting with the Bet Rivers Sportsbook app. Score big with same-game parlays where you can combine different bets from the same game, like the money line, check, puck line, check, and player props, check. Plus, with award-winning customer service, you'll never miss a shift. Download the Bet Rivers Sportsbook app on iOS and Android. It's a whole new game.
Must be 21 plus. Available in Pennsylvania only. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Why have over 2 million people trusted their bath remodels to Bathfitter? When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in just a day with no demolition. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards. We've been remodeling baths for over 35 years, and every bath we install comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. Jackson Hewitt says your biggest tax refund guaranteed, and a chance to double your tax refund. Thousands in weekly prizes during the Double Your Refund sweepstakes. Your biggest refund times 2, twice the money, so forget about them. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt today. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Promotion ends 4/2/23. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for rules.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We all know Philly sports is big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports reports that are powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Oh, can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. Saturday night, we got the Birds taking on the G-Men in South Philadelphia. And, of course, if you can't get to the game, I got a place for you to go to. If you're looking for a place to watch the Birds game, join me and Tyrone Johnson at Wicked Wolf on Chestnut Street in Philadelphia for 97.5 The Fanatic's official playoff watch party. It's presented by our friends at Corona Beer, which you know I absolutely love Corona. Tyrone and I have actually done watch parties together in the past. We were together for the Double Doink, which was awesome. So hopefully we could see another victory, another crazy game like that one this weekend. And here's what's awesome. The first 100 people get a custom Fanatic football shirt and a chance to win a 65-inch TV courtesy of Gerhard's Appliances. We'll be giving away great prizes throughout the game. Corona and Corona Light Buckets will be on special. It's going to be a blast. It's 97.5 The Fanatic's official playoff watch party presented by Corona next weekend at Wicked Wolf in Philadelphia. This Saturday, now that we know the day, at 8:15. For details, visit the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com. If you plan to watch the game at home, be sure to stock up for game day and get Corona delivered. Do it today at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Must be 21.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. Home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
O'clock across the Delaware Valley. We got playoffs, baby. Eagles and Giants. Wow. Automatically, we're going back to thinking about Eagles, Giants, playoff pass. We're going to have some fun this week.
Yes, we will.
We're going to do a lot of good stuff.
As you can imagine, the vault coming up in 9 minutes. There is actually Eagles-Giants in there. Wasn't the greatest result for the Birds, but we've reached that point of our reliving year by year. That doesn't bother me. Part of history.
So that was the 2000 game? Yeah. That was the game. That was Ron Dixon. And Ron Dixon takes the kickoff back. And that was also I thought they were going to make a comeback. They got a pick. Somebody, who was it who got the pick? But they couldn't do anything. Third down, it was 3rd and 10. And McNabb has Nate Brown. He throws a nice ball. It was a nice ball and Nate Brown dropped it. And then there was that interception by Seahorn.
Yeah, you might hear that today.
Seahorn. He was married to the actress from Law and Order.
Is that right?
The brunette with the long neck.
You see, that means nothing to me. I've
woman.
never watched one episode of Law and Order.
Yeah, I didn't either. But back in the day, well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I did. I watched.
It was a powerhouse.
Like early on. Back then, it was.
Yeah.
I remember watching it back then. She was one of the investigators. Beautiful woman, That was Jason Seahorn's
the neck
wife. No, I said she had a longer neck. She was a leaf feeder. Beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful. Look, it's good size. Can't eat size.
No, can't.
That game was wild. Wild game. Remember, we were so excited. Andy's first. That was the first time they were back in the playoffs since '95, dude.
Wow. I can't imagine that.
Yeah, that was big.
I haven't gone through that in my lifetime.
Now here we are. Here we are, back for a run, dude. We got to talk about these other teams. San Francisco. Kid looks good, man.
Yeah,
that's going to be a good game.
That was a look. You and I talked about this morning. Just when you thought the Seahawks were coming back, Niners were like, all right, foot's back on the gas pedal. A couple things go their way.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks really weren't much of a threat.
Yeah. So my man, I already heard it from my man Dave Blezzo from the New York Post. Dable and Wink have had 2 games to study your Eagles. Don't bet too much on that game with the smiley face, the tongue sticking out. See, they're laid in the weeds, these giant people.
Yeah.
These giant freaks.
Yeah, at least the Cowboys fans, I'll give them credit. They puff their chests out.
Yeah.
Giants all since they're worse than the cockroach.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like they're always hiding until things start going their way.
Nah, they're not worse than the Giants. The cockroach is the worst. Nah, the roaches are the worst. There's no way. And by the way, they're again, they're legitimate because we're so close to them, we bump into them. Well, dude, I used to have to deal with them people all the time. I mean, I worked in New York. I covered sports for the New York Post. All I heard was Giants.
Yeah, that's why I would think you would hate them as much as I do. But no. You all and your Cowboys.
Well, go on, dude.
The 90s.
No, but the Cowboys, I don't want to get into this. Seriously, I mean, the Cowboys that's your blood hate, dude. That's why you hate those people more than the Giant fans, because the Giant fans are supposed to be Giant fans. These people, the Cowboy fans, aren't supposed to be Cowboy fans.
Tyrone called Johnny the K this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And old Chesty.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who cares? Talk about uninterested or disinterested in anything that dude has to say. T-Love, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. T-Love.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How y'all
What's
doing?
up, T-Love?
What a great football weekend.
Yeah, dude.
OMG. Listen, this is why soccer, as much as they try to push it, and it's a good sport for those that like it, will never overtake football in this country, man. Good old American sport. It rules.
Yeah, dude. Yes, it does. It does.
Let me tell you, man. At first, I thought that Stepford Cuz had snuck into the building. I was worried.
Stepford, what's that mean?
Stepford, you don't know. Come on, you old enough to know about the Stepford wives.
How's that? I'm trying to find out the relation.
I thought somebody had snuck in pretending to be you, but you came out and you showed, yes, the Eagles will win. I know you got some trepidation, but come on, man. You got to.
It's playoffs, dude. You know me. I'll get into rah-rah mode, but I got to go first blush. I got to geek out mode first.
Yeah.
I keep it real when it comes to the football and, matchups. I love that stuff. I got to keep it real with that. I can't. I'm not going to be in EAGLES mode until later in the week.
I get it. When once Thursday and Friday come around,
yeah, then I'll have some fun with it, and we go have the kids and the chants and everything else. But I'm just digesting the game right now.
All right, well, past time. Listen, hey man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like I said, great football weekend. One thing, the coaches, man.
That Brandon Staley's one of the worst coaches to ever coach in the league.
Yeah.
What a dope that dude is. My God.
Well, he shows up every time, don't he?
Oh, he is. How does he have a job? That's outrageous. I mean, that team's good, and he's just a horrible coach.
Yeah, he's a horrible. But we need. I'm gonna deflect to our coaches.
Okay.
We need our coach. We need Sirianni. It's time for him to come out with the super pep talk, man. Okay, show us what you got, man. Motivate these guys. Let them know that this is the time to not get nervous. It's playoff time, but you have shown everything all season long. You guys have played to the top of your abilities, and now this is not the time to slack off. I don't want to see a whole lot of penalties. I don't want to see third and shorts turn into third and longs. I need you guys to concentrate, but I need you guys to have fun. We need that pep talk, man. I mean, if you got to shout, yell, scream, whatever, but get these guys ready to play, man. Please get them ready to play.
Well, I mean, you really worried about that? It's playoffs. I mean,
no.
I'm more worried about the defensive coordinator making sure his game plan's tight because, at home, I mean, think about this, T-Love. What's it going to be like coming out of the tunnel? The crowd's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
I'm not worried about them, stepping up that way.
Well, listen.
You need a pep talk for that? Playoffs?
Think about the two games. This is all I'm saying. I already believe in this team. It's just I want them to continue to believe in themselves. The two games that we lost, we didn't get beat by the other team. We beat ourselves. Okay?
Well, I mean, Minshew was quarterback for two of those games.
But that Cowboys game was winnable.
Who cares? It's not even who even cares. But I got to run, my brother. But that doesn't even matter. Now, I'm not worried about. I mean, listen, they should be. It's Saturday night, Lincoln Financial Field. I mean, come on, they're going to come out and they're going to go crazy. They're going to come out frothing. Crowd wild, playoffs, whole world's watching. I mean, I'm not worried about that. You worried about pep talks?
No, I don't need no pep talks.
Yeah.
Go Birds. That's my pep talk.
All right, hit us with the vault. Open it up, buddy.
When we began opening this vault nearly 2 hours ago, we had no real idea what we'd find inside. As it turns out, we haven't found very much.
We're going to continue what we started last week, and we'll do this all throughout the playoffs, which will go until February, because the Eagles, of course, go into the Super Bowl. And so what we're going to do is relive. Hopefully, get to the Super Bowl. What we're going to do is relive some of these.
I walk on eggshells. Before the first game, I'm not looking at. You got to couch everything.
Come on, man. I need your pep talk. I need your pep talk. That's what T-Love wants.
Love T-Love, but we weren't seeing eye to eye today.
Okay. So we're going to start with the 2000, like we said. Obviously, the second game will be when the Eagles unfortunately lost in the playoffs. But before that, they had to get to the divisional round of the playoffs. And in the first round, the Eagles took care of business against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's how the game sounded before. Here's the TV opening broadcast, and then your favorite, Madden and Summerall.
Old man winter has not been kind to the Bucs, and a very chilled wind blows here today in Philadelphia. But with every failure comes a chance for redemption, a chance to melt away memories of lost opportunity. But the Philly Fanatics have their own idea. Led by the versatile Donovan McNabb, the surprising Eagles have arrived ahead of schedule. And today Today, they look to put the Bucks on ice. The winner moves on. The loser goes into hibernation.
Wow, that was awesome. The young upstart Eagles have arrived sooner than we thought.
That was great.
That was awesome.
I love the gust of wind sounds in the background.
Old Man Winter. That's like our commercial.
Yeah, the King of Snow.
Irons.
So that was the produced open.
That's awesome.
Here's Madden and Summerall.
Fire outside Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia.
Fire.
Fire. Attempt to keep warm, but they're not worrying right now about warmth on the inside of Veterans Stadium because their Eagles are playing host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this wild card match. And as it's been said so many times, Pat Summerall here with John Madden. Not that hadn't been said so many times, but the Buccaneers just don't perform very well in cold weather. In fact, their record is 0-19 when the temperature
32
is 39
degrees. Oh, 39 degrees. Oh, even better.
It's less than that today. John, the home teams have done very well in the playoffs so far. They're 3 for 3, and the Eagle story is Donovan McNabb. And look at what percentage of the Eagle offense he has produced in December, 85%. That probably is the Buccaneers story. Stop this guy.
Right, and he was almost the MVP of the league. In fact, he came in second to Marshall Faulk. And if you look at all year, Donovan McNabb has been 75% of the Eagle offense. Then you look at it in December, and it's gone up. He's 85% of the Eagle offense. So if they're going to have a day today offensively, he's going to have to do it. He's going to have to do it throwing the ball. He's going to have to do it where he runs, and then he throws it, and he's going to have to do it running. Now, they have, a back-by committee. They're going to play a lot of different back combinations today, and that's just to get enough running going so they can do the other things. And then they have to be opportunistic on defense. And Jim Johnson is their defensive coordinator, and he's one of the most aggressive play callers there is. Jim Johnson! What they want to do, stop the run, and then go after Sean King and make him throw before he's ready to throw.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Good work out of John Madden.
Are you kidding me?
Great breakdown out of the legend, John Madden.
That was awesome.
Now, from the game itself, not many highlights. I do have one for you. Here's a McNabb touchdown pass to the name you mentioned earlier, Nate Brown.
First and goal at the 5, 17 seconds left. Here's McNabb, chase and throws in the end zone, touchdown. Nate Brown got behind.
Nate Brown. Where'd he go to school?
He just threw it up in the air.
Oklahoma.
Miami.
Nate Brown.
Good for Nate Brown.
Nate Brown.
All right, so then the following week, as we were talking about, it didn't really go well for the Eagles. They lose to the New York Giants, but here's how it sounded. I think it's this one. Here's the produced open.
The NFC East champion Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Donovan McNabb has regained his magic touch of a year ago, and a stifling defense looks dominant once again. In Chicago, past meets future as Brian Urlacher leads the new Monsters of the Midway. Today, they hope to take the next big step towards playoff glory. It's the Eagles and the Bears.
Yeah, this is incorrect.
As the NFL's second season continues.
I didn't want to stop it because it sounded good. But here's the one with the Giants.
All right.
Are you ready to play the game?
There will be a NFC East battle. The game.
Wow. This is awesome.
Aiming to win any way they can.
Got to play with emotion, man. This is do or die. Let's get the blue farces right.
These gridiron gladiators have a history of hatred. This rivalry goes back to the days of black and white, producing a lot of black and blue. In this edition, Philadelphia seeks revenge. The New Yorkers have beaten the Eagles 8 straight. Will it be a new day? Reed's young birds are soaring. Since Fossil added fuel to Gotham's fire with his guarantee, the G-Men have won 5 straight. Crowned with the NFC's best record, these princes of the city are on a quest for the ultimate prize. 133 times before, these combatants have faced off, but never have the stakes been so high. It's a divisional playoff war on Fox.
Wow, that's awesome.
That was great.
I love that opening. By the way, Nate Brown with the North Carolina. I was thinking of that. Thanks, Rick. I was thinking of Chris T. Jones. Another one of
the great receivers the Eagles
Nate
have
Brown
had.
with the North Carolina. Good job.
But that was awesome. We need more intros like that.
Dude, that was incredible.
Great.
I love the beginning stories. They don't do that anymore.
No, they don't. Well,
I don't know
everything's
why.
got to be 5 seconds.
I love the produced storytelling. The closest you get is Joe Buck. Like he'll give you a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, even yesterday I noticed.
And then
this.
Troy comes in.
And I know that halftime shows are more of like it's Hollywood at this point, but man, they did like 6 2-minute segments because there's so much advertising now.
Oh my god!
That yesterday during halftime, it was like, all right, let's go through our quick observations.
Yeah,
and each guy had like 20 seconds to talk, and then it was, we'll be right back.
Right, they rush through everything. After, they sell everything, so they're rushing through it all.
It's crazy. So I'll give you the one highlight that we talked about. Here's the Seahorn interception.
McNabb throws. And the pass is almost picked up. It is picked up. Seahorn came up with it. Jason Seahorn is going to take it in.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Go Birds. All right, so I got one non-Eagles playoff related, Ant.
Oh, yeah? What do we got?
Well, this day in 1974, does the name, you would know this better than I because you read books, does the name Peter Benchley come to mind?
He wrote Jaws.
Yes, and today was the day it was published.
Wow,
in
you gotta be kidding me.
1974. So, of course, the movie comes out in 1975, and I might as well get one of the scenes that, you and I say lines from.
Shark in the water.
I think 6 times a week.
Shark in the water.
Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. It was coming back from the island of Tinian to Lady. Just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb.
The bomb.
1,100 men went into the water. Vessel went down in 12 minutes. Didn't see the first shark for about half an hour. Tiger, 13-footer. You know that when you're in the water, Chief? You tell by looking from the dorsal to the tail. What we didn't know was our bomb mission had been so secret, no distress signal had been sent. They didn't even list us overdue for a week. Very first light, Chief. Sharks come cruising. So we formed ourselves into tight groups. It's kind of like old squares in a battle, like you see in a calendar, like the Battle of Waterloo, and the idea was shark comes to the nearest man, that man he start pounding and hollering and screaming. Sometimes the shark would go away. Sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes that shark, he looks right into you, right into your eyes. You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, he doesn't seem to be living until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red, and in spite of all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in, they rip you to pieces. By the end of that first dawn, lost 100 men. I don't know how many sharks, maybe 1,000. I don't know how many men, they average 6 an hour. On Thursday morning, Chief, I bumped into a friend of mine, Herbie Robinson from Cleveland, baseball player, bosun's mate. I thought he was asleep, reached over to wake him up, bobbed up and down in the water. It was like a kind of top, upended. Well, he'd been bitten in half below the waist. So 1,100 men went in the water. 316 men come out. The Sharks took the rest June the 29th, 1945.
Dude, when you actually just hear it and you're not watching it and you're actually hearing it, that's unbelievable. Dude, the acting is like, he's ridiculous.
He's really good.
The way he tells, that's how hard it is to all that screen time to go with that diatribe.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And look, obviously inside radio, there's a lot of pauses that I took out, but like, it added to the scene, like those 10, 15-second long
And you heard the
pauses.
creak of the boat in the background.
Eerie, yeah.
Right? And you hear the creak of the boat. They're in the ocean. And then the chief is looking. Eyes are wide.
Yeah, they're like, oh, man.
They were drinking, and now
they were singing the happy song.
Right.
Show me the way to go home. Tired, I want to go to bed. And then all of a sudden he tells the story, and they're like, oh.
Yeah. Herbie Robinson, baseball player.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm going to
Sounded
wake
like
him
Summerall.
up. I know. He's going to wake him up. He was bobbing in the water. Shark bit him in half. That's fabulous. Great vault as always. Shooting vault rules. We'll come back, man. We have
They're almost done.
A limited show today because of the Flyers. So FYI, let's get in early and often. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Let's go to the Bet Parks app. Right there we go. The Bet Parks app. The Eagles live on the Bet Parks app are 7.5. Our Birds. Look at this. This is awesome. We got playoffs. So there's 7.5. You got to download the app. It's awesome because you can look at it and you go, all right, this is what's going on, and it's funny. They have all kinds of profit boosts and all kinds of good stuff. But the Eagles right now are 7.5. The total is 48. That seems high, Judas. 48? But there's so many ways you could bet the game. There's a million different ways. You can have some fun. You can toggle the spread. If you think the Eagles win by more than 7.5, you can mess with that. You double digits. You get bigger odds. You got same-game parlays. All the props, they'll come out later in the week. Check out the Bet Parks app for all of your playoff just fun. Right there. Download it. The Bet Parks app is Sportsbook Casino wrapped into one in your pocket. BetParks.com's got all the details. Get up to $750 sportsbook credit if your first bet's not a winner. Got to be in PA or New Jersey. Got to be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
God bless you. Eagles-Giants this Saturday. I'm Andrew South-Tunis.
Just in time.
And this update is brought to you by Jefferson Health. At Jefferson Health, there are more than 12,000 caregivers who push beyond what's possible. It is healthcare rooted in care. Jefferson Health, uncompromising care. We found out yesterday who the Eagles' opponent would be in the divisional round of the playoffs when the Giants went into Minnesota and upset the Vikings. So the Giants will now be coming to South Philadelphia this Saturday, 8:15 kickoff. We got you set all week long here on the Fanatic. Still one more game in the wild card round. The Cowboys in Tampa taking on the Bucks, so we'll be reacting to that as well tomorrow. The Sixers a 2-0 weekend. They just started their West Coast trip. The Flyers, it is MLK Day. Happy MLK Day today. Flyers taking on the Bruins in Boston. Puck drop at 1 o'clock. You can listen live right here on the Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by AAA Car Care. Get a special winterization package for just $64.99 at a AAA Car Care Center now through January 31st. See store for details or visit AAA.com/mycar. I'm Andrew South-Tunis, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
See DallasStillSucks.com for details. All offers on approved credit. Plus tax tags $452.
It's New Year, new car. Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Easy, boy. Here we go.
New year, new car.
And they're off. World famous Gary Barberas is storming out of the gate, and you can too in America's favorite from $12,990. Yes, from $12,990.
It's our first sale of the year with Jeep's Cheap. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera.
Boy, I guess.
Just $199 down for only $199 a month. Gary Barbera discounts Jeep's Cheap.
Oh yeah, DallasStillSucks.com.
New year, new car.
It's our first sale of the year. Going Cherokee.
Crazy? Shop rows and rows of Borbeck in the Boulevard. Jeep's Cheap. Just $199 down for only $199 a month.
Right, Birds coach Nick?
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Go Birds.
DallasStillSucks.com.
Brisket is back at Wawa, which means you could get a savory barbecue brisket sandwich,
or a creamy barbecue brisket mac and cheese bowl. Or you could get both on Wawa's new barbecue brisket mac and cheese panini. Your two favorites melted between perfectly toasty bread. It's the best of both worlds. A double whammy. A toast of two favorites. Brisket is back and better than ever at Wawa. Try it in a sandwich, bowl, or a panini. Gotta have a Wawa. Can you hear it? Wawa has officially perfected the harmony of salty and sweet in our salted white mocha handcrafted beverages, and it's music to our taste buds. Enjoy the sweet symphony of rich white mocha and salted caramel, topped with a decadent white chocolate drizzle. The flavors are perfectly orchestrated to add a tiny taste of bliss to your day. Get a salted white mocha latte, frozen cappuccino, or iced coffee today. Just around the corner at Wawa.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code IMPACT at checkout. That's harrys.com, code IMPACT. Enjoy.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get the power of doing it right. Detailed project proposals, excellent customer service, and trusted professionals who get the job done on time and on budget. The power of experience. We're kings of the scaffolding and pros with the stucco. We've been there, done that. Get your project started at CertaPro.com and get the power of pro.
CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Home improvement contract registration numbers are available at CertaPro.com.
It's back. The 23rd Annual Greater Philadelphia Boat Show. January 27th through 29th at the Expo Center at Oaks. Don't wait another year for your new boat. Shop 15 dealers from 3 states with in-stock boats ready for immediate delivery. The Philly Boat Show. January 27th through 29th at Expo Center at Oaks. Details at phillyboatshow.com. That's phillyboatshow.com.
Eagles fans, as the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles, First Trust Bank is offering a special CD for the playoffs, the Philadelphia Eagles Touchdown CD, the only CD that earns more with every Eagles score. Ready to play? Start by opening a 7-month CD before an Eagles game at our base rate of 4% annual percentage yield and a minimum of $2,500. Then cheer for the Eagles. After the game, we add their points to your CD rate. The more points they score, the better your rate gets. Visit firsttrust.com or your local First Trust Bank branch to learn more and open today. Go Birds! Member FDIC.
There are more than 550 miles on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, every one of them clearly marked. And each of those bright green mile markers is a key to safety. Let's say the unexpected happens and you dial star 11 for emergency assistance. They need to know if you're at mile 243 or mile 324. So remember the mile markers on the PA Turnpike, and don't forget the keys to safety.
Sponsored by the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs.
I never really thought about tools until I bought a house in the suburbs. It's like this weird homeowner test if I need a tool for a project and don't have it. And my neighbor Ted loves to give me that look when I ask to borrow a pole saw. A year ago, I didn't even know pole saws existed. And now I gotta borrow one from Ted? What is happening?
Anyway, when you save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto, that's the easy part of adjusting to the suburbs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company coverage provided in service by affiliates and third-party insurers.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now.
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
All right, 11:30, across the Delaware Valley, 11 o'clock hour, brought to you by Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged. And our Football Mondays on the Fanatic brought to you by Pierce Phelps, whatever it takes, go to nopaybryant.com. All right. My man Gabe on the text board, actually on Twitter, the Twitter text board, DM me. Gabe, my boy Gabe Bassine, he says, having Dougie P versus Andy as an appetizer is also a great Saturday. Makes for an amazing Saturday.
Yeah, it's true.
It's all legal. Andy, Doug, and the Birds. We control Saturday. Yes. All roads go back to Philadelphia, including the one in Kansas City.
That Jacksonville game, man.
Oh, it was unbelievable. That was wild. Good for Dougie.
Good for Dougie.
Yeah.
Big balls, Doug. And big balls.
Dude, he went for it on 4th and 7.
I know.
8,
that wasn't good.
I was like, what?
That was Riverboat Doug.
Yeah. Luckily, he was going up against that dude. He opened the door for him to come back. It was great.
Yeah, man.
Good for Dougie.
Brandon Staley.
Who do you, in the battle of Doug Andy, who do you go? I'm an Andy guy with the way you know that. So I'm lower to Andy.
I'm going to go Doug because they won. I loved Andy. So let me make this clear. You know, when Little Chunas, I was not happy when the Fire Andy Reid stuff was going on back in the day. You know, I was an Andy Reid fan. You know, I would argue with it with my father because my father was the traditional Fire Andy guy. I did not want Andy Reid to be fired, and I respect the heck out of Andy Reid. I just got to side my man Dougie P. You know, Philly? Yeah. Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, I think. Well,
it's like you're making me pick between two kids. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I love Andy.
Yeah, I'm an Andy man all the way. So.
Yeah, and you got Spags
I got
there
Spags,
too.
Yeah. Although I like, Spags is my boy, so whatever. But I do like Doug, and I like Doug's staff too. I like Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing because he was Spags coached Mike. That's a great story in itself.
It is. Yeah.
You know, pretty wild. Then we go to Keith. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Yo, Keith.
What's up, Aaron?
What's up, brother? Happy playoffs.
Hey, man. Happy playoffs. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Hey, look, before I get started, man, soon as that vote today, when you played that scene from Jaws, I'm an ex-submariner. I was in the Navy way back.
Why are you? I didn't know that, Keith.
Yes, I was.
Thank you for your service, by the way, my brother.
You're welcome. Listen, that is a triggering, goddamn scene there. All right, especially when you realize that actually did happen.
Yeah,
there was a USS Indianapolis, and it did go down like that, and those guys were killed like that, and it just gives you a deeper sense of appreciation for anybody who goes to war.
Right.
But especially that Pacific War. The Pacific War don't get talked about enough. But that's a side subject.
Did you, real quick, you were a submariner. Did you ever see action? Did you, what was your, where were you stationed to?
I'm going to say this, right? My job was to go down deep and stay hidden and just wait. Okay, that's all.
Wow. Yeah, I never knew that. That's incredible.
Well, sometimes you don't speak about everything. You know what I mean?
I know, but, listen, I've been friends with you a long time, man. That's awesome stuff.
I know. But listen, what I really called about, I'm down in Delaware, and, I got coworkers on the job texting me, Giants fan. I walk out of Wawa today. I got my hat on and my Eagles sweatshirt, and dude in this car rolls down the window. Eagles going to lose Saturday. I'm like, man.
Shut up.
Almighty Chesty and Chesty.
Really? What? Because you beat a flimsy Vikings team.
A flimsy Vikings team. And guess what I saw on Twitter today? And I might need your help with this.
What?
I'm hearing Eagle fans that are season ticket holders are selling their tickets to Giants fans for above dollars. And I know you want to make money, but you cannot be selling tickets to the Giants fans Saturday.
No, why? I didn't know about this. This is no good. Are you serious?
I saw it on Twitter, man. They selling their tickets to Giants fans maybe 2 times, maybe even 3 times market value. I understand you want to make some money, but you cannot sell your soul to the Giants.
No, I agree. You can't do that. I mean, that's a violation of the finest.
It's a violation. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I didn't know any of this stuff going on, man.
That's why I called you to let you know, and because I know you're going to have your pulse on your hand, finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
You know what's what, man.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. Listen, all four making $1, but not at the behest of your squad. You can't do that.
No, absolutely. And look, I love you.
Love you too, brother.
Happy Martin Luther King Day to you again.
Happy MLK Day to you, my brother.
And let's have a great week, and let's do this thing Saturday night.
I love it. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you all day. Go Birds, my man. You are a legend. You know that. I love you.
I love you too, bro.
All right,
talk
brother.
to you soon.
See you, pal.
By
That's
the way,
Keith.
so
we go way back.
Going back to the scene from Jaws, because it is a true story. So Roberto checked in on Twitter. I did not know this. Robert Shaw, who played Quint, he actually wrote it.
He did?
He wrote that scene.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So, Roberto either read something or saw an interview or something. Apparently,
you got to be kidding me.
Robert Shaw said that the book was a piece of you-know-what, and it was written by a committee. So he actually took exception to the book, and he took exception to that
Peter
scene.
Betsy, the book was not. I was a child when I read it.
So Robert Shaw, according to Roberto on Twitter, actually was the one that helped write that scene because he did not like how it was portrayed during the book. Because yes, it was a true story.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So fascinating stuff.
That's really interesting. You got to be kidding me. Let's go to Tommy in Deptford. What do you say, Tom? Happy playoffs.
Anthony. Listen, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but that documentary on how they made Jaws was incredible. There were so many things in that documentary that were like key little things, and the movie was never going to go off. It's just certain little things like
that's a cool stuff. That's great. That's cool. I got to watch it. I never saw it.
Yeah, the documentary was just as good. And it went into because that was Steven Spielberg's, I think first role or.
Oh yeah, isn't that's where they built that shark and it was bad looking. I did see something. I remember hearing the story, and then they made it more ominous by not putting it, showing it all. Yeah.
Where I believe they couldn't get it right. Something happened with the electronics of that, and then it delayed the show. They didn't think they were going to get it, but it was incredible. Listen, Quint's underrated totally, dude.
You're right.
He was great. That scene.
That was incredible.
You knew in that scene that shark was lurking.
Yes.
It gave you to feel like the shark was going around the boat, and you just knew, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, sure.
Listen, the best scene of that all time is, we need a bigger boat. I mean, if you know what I mean, it's just incredible. I wanted to say something. Like, here's the thing with the Eagles. I think they're built so well for the playoffs because time of possession. If they stick back to the middle of the season, I watched one game. I can't remember who they played. They controlled the cut. They had a time. I think it was in the second quarter of. I forget who they played. They had a time. I've never seen a team 11 minutes on a drive. I mean, that's how you win in the playoffs and you win in the cold. You know what I mean? And I hope they go back to that. I hope they go back to Pounding Sanders, and then, you pop it downfield for 20 yards. You know what I mean? You throw it to the tight end, and then you pop it down.
Yeah, you're right.
Stop coming out and wanting to throw the ball 5 times in a row. That's not what they're built for. They're built to control the clock, run the heck out of the ball, and pop it occasionally downfield for a 20 or 30-yard pass.
Well, I mean, in fairness, they do have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You know what I mean?
That's A.J. Brown's strength. He's a 15 to 20-yard guy. I mean, that's where he's
or
strong.
down the field. I mean, he can do anything. But I hear you, though. I mean, against the Giants and on it's a Saturday night, Philadelphia outside, take their hearts.
Yeah, they do. That team, they're good, but they're not that good. But, listen, the matchup is the 49ers. They are very, very similar.
Yeah.
The 49ers are very similar, aside from the quarterback, which, listen, I don't know, and I'm not going to say he's a fraud, but...
Nah, he's not a fraud. The kid's playing well.
I know, but listen, anybody could play well when you got McCaffrey and you're running...
Well, yeah, but that's not true, though. We see a lot... I mean, if I'm just keeping it real, right? You see a lot of quarterbacks come in and they fold under the moment. I mean, that kid's played great.
Let's put some pressure on him, man. Then we'll see what's going to happen. And you're on the road in a playoff game. I mean, listen, and Seattle.
Listen, the Eagles can win the game, but I don't think you need to disparage the kid. I think the kid's played his ass off.
Man. I'm just saying that I don't think he's.
I think he's played well. I'll be honest with you. I thought he looked great Saturday.
I'm not saying that, but I think that, like in that Seattle game, if you watched it, Seattle was going toe-to-toe. They made one mistake. They were driving. And that changed the whole. And they thumped.
They did, but that team is. Come on. I mean, it was close for a half. I mean, listen, Eagles Niners would be a great. If that's Tommy, Eagles Niners would be a great game, and Eagles certainly can win the game. I just think the kid played well. I don't think the kid's a fraud. I think the kid showed you a lot of moxie, man. I think the kid.
You got to give him a lot of credit.
I mean, listen, early on, he looked like he was a little bit off. It looked like he was feeling the moment.
Yeah, he took a shot downfield one of the first couple plays, but it was also still raining a little bit heavier at that point. And then
we're talking about whether he can grip the ball or not.
Once it dried, he was making throws, and them getting Debo back makes him even more dangerous.
Listen, I mean, obviously, I agree with Tommy in the sense that what's around him is ridiculous, and you got McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell's your second back, and Kittle, who didn't even need to use.
Right.
I mean, Debo and Ayuk are legit. I mean, it's good. I think you're right. I think the Eagles and Niners are pretty comparable. I think that could be an amazing NFC Championship game if that works out that way. Now, would I be upset if, I don't know, Tampa beat the Cowboys and then Brady went in and somehow slayed the dragon?
I take that.
Yeah, I would take Brady here, as opposed to the Niners. But
what if it was Eagles-Cowboys NFC Championship?
Well, that would be outrageous. I mean, it'd be awesome. It'd be 1980, right? All over again. That'd be the best. But I think that could be an amazing NFC Championship game. Joe, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Joey.
Hey, Ant, how are you? It's a long time, buddy. Very long time.
8-8. What's up, 8-8?
You got it, buddy. You got it.
Joey, how you been, man?
Good. Well, hey, it's been so long. I've been retired for 13 years. How's that?
Wow. Wait, tell Tunis. You got to tell a story. Tell Tunis why I said 8-8.
I used to call in when Ant was with Steve Martirano, and I don't remember the exact circumstances, but I think the Eagles were a pretty good team at the time, and I called in and said they're not going to finish better than 8-8, and Ant has never forgotten it.
That's awesome.
I call, he brings it up. So
I start calling Joey 8-8.
That's great.
8-8 Joe.
8-8 Joe, and you're talking to him, buddy.
That's awesome, brother. Good to hear your voice.
Absolutely. But as I told your screener, I'm really concerned about this game, and I just feel, based on their performance the last 3 weeks of the season. And the fact that they're playing the Giants the Cowboys would be a divisional game too. But I would feel better if they were playing the Cowboys or Tampa, to be quite honest with you, because and especially after watching the Giants yesterday, the way they played, I thought they played a hell of a game. And not that I'm a Giants fan, never will be. But
I know you're an Eagle fan. I vouch for you all day long.
Right.
Yeah, listen, I get why you would have a little trepidation. Again, I don't think it's going to be 48-22 like it was the first time. But the only thing is, I think if they play this thing defensively the right way, right? Like the Vikings defense is horrible, right? So if they crowd the line of scrimmage, let me throw this at you, Joe. You crowd the line of scrimmage. You have the corners that the Vikings didn't have, where you can match up against the receivers. So between Bradbury and Slay, you bring him up, you play press, you spy Daniel Jones, you crowd the line of scrimmage, and you don't let those free releases, and you put them behind the sticks, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and then if you can get ahead of them, I think you can win. Not easily, but you can win. You should win this game.
Right. Yeah, and another thing, and maybe it's just me. I was in sales for 40 years, and I I think I can read people pretty well over my career. And there's just a certain subtle arrogance with our coaches, I think, especially Gannon. And it's almost like, we got this one. We just have to mail it in. And that's my concern. That's my concern. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my concern.
All right, buddy. I don't think there's an arrogance. I mean, he just does things the way he does things, right? Like he believes in that scheme, even though, we like a more attacking scheme.
Right.
I don't know about the arrogant. And Sirianni, I don't think he's arrogant at all.
No, I'm just speaking of the quarterback.
Yeah, no, maybe. I mean, that's kind of his belief system. I hear you. I get you. Right. They should win this game, though. I mean, I as much as it could be a sweat, I mean, Joe, they're a 7.5-point favorite for a reason.
Right. I agree.
I love it, man. I love talking to you, buddy. Eagles playoffs, man. That's great. Great to hear from you.
You got it, man.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself, all right?
Thanks, man.
Go for walks. All right. See you, buddy. Oh, look at the car wash. What's happening, car wash?
What's going on, Ant?
What are you doing, brother?
Boy, I got a lot of years living with you, man.
I know. I miss you.
About the other side, man. Hey, Ant, man, I go all the way back with you on the other place.
Yes.
Where you used to let me and Adrian, the Giants fan, battle it out.
I was the best. You used to bury Adrian.
No question. I get tired of I still talk to him because we both still Inquirer guys.
Oh, that's fabulous. How's he doing?
He's good. He's real good. He's still Inquirer at night too.
That's great.
I'm still driving for them and all that stuff. But now,
God bless you, brother. God bless you, car wash.
How's little Ant doing?
They're good, man. Little Ant Massimo, they're doing well, man. We're in basketball season, so they're playing hoop and doing their workouts in the off season for football and baseball.
Yeah, Adrian coaching at West Philadelphia High now. So.
Is he really?
Yeah.
What's he coaching?
Basketball. He's the head coach.
Oh, that's fabulous. Look at that.
Yeah, I'll let him know. I'm going to tell him to give you a call, too.
Oh, that's good. I got to give me man. That's all right.
He's still on the other side, but, I switched over. You know what I mean? Hey,
yeah.
Ant, before I get to my point real fast, me and you, we always keep it real, right?
Yes.
Huge fan of Mike Missinelli. I ain't going to lie.
Big time.
Huge fan of him, man.
I miss Mikey every day. I was talking about him the other day when we did our All-Star Day. It wasn't the same without him.
Big time. Like you. You know what I'm saying? Mike Missinelli, I'm going to be honest with you, Ant, it's the first time I called in since Mike left.
Listen, I feel you, brother. I get you.
Just how he spoke, as far as, how he spoke to the people, as far as, educational-wise, General Knowledge Wednesday, his broad outlook on as far as different ethnicities and all that. He was
man.
Big time, man. I that's a huge loss. I'm just talking about as far as me concerned. I don't know about the rest of the Delaware Valley.
Well, I believe I don't think you're alone, brother. I feel the same way. I'm with you, too.
Yeah. So my Eagles point, and I just got to.
Especially it's Martin Luther King Day. I think about that with Mikey. You know what I mean? Talking about the whole landscape of things. I feel you, bro.
Major guy along with yourself, man. Major guy, So my Eagles point, and I got to keep it real with you. I bleed green. I always did all my whole life. But I'm a little nervous, and I'm only nervous because of Brian DeBoer. You talking about a special coach.
Yeah.
I need Rich Gannon. I'm not worrying about offensively. This is the time where we need Rich Gannon. I don't want to see that soft zone stuff.
Yeah.
Man, just like Minnesota did yesterday, they stayed zoned up the whole time. No pressure yesterday. It bothered me.
They also went light in the box. I mean, Jonathan Gannon can't. The one thing he can't do is allow them free releases and to be 3rd and 3s and 3rd and 2s. Yep.
My man, I need a big. I don't want to hear all that stuff. I know that big play stuff. I'm still angry, even though they was in a cover 2, and I understand it wasn't Blankenship or Gardner Johnson over the top. I'm still angry about that 3rd and 33. That cover 2 call from Gannon and a veteran cornerback from Slay to let T.Y. Hilton get behind him in that cover 2 shell.
Yeah.
When it's 3rd and 33, why would you call it cover 2? It just baffles me. Listen, I need to see press coverage. Don't get caught up in all that window. You got to tell the team, listen, the ball in his offensive scheme with that window dressing going this way, it's almost like a Kyle Shanahan no frills type of offense.
Yeah, man. No, you're right. Listen, that's why they run the quarterback as much as they do.
There you go.
I'm with you.
I don't want to say it, man. Listen, please don't leg it.
Nah, they're going to win. I do feel they're going to. I think it could be a sweat, but I think Birds win.
And I'm glad Josh Sweat is back because when he rolled out with that bootleg with the window dressing, I need somebody to run him down. And how about having Hassan ready? And that's a big plus along with
that's right.
Being back. And if you can, give an update on nickel corner because he's very important to our team. I'm with you. We're a little late. I'm with you. My car wash. Listen, I love you, buddy.
Likewise. All right, brother. Watch yourself now. All right? So, look at this. Old friends. Nice to talk to the old friends.
Playoff time, man.
610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. We'll give you updates. We'll talk about everything. Right straight ahead, we're up to Flyers hockey today. So abbreviated. We'll try to talk to as many people as possible. We're going to party all week, though. It's playoff time. Listen, our Birds, the 1 seed, kick off the postseason celebration like no other with me, the Judas. Special live broadcast, a playoff live broadcast at Manayunk Brew Pub presented by Corona. This Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. What a great time it's going to be. First 100 fans get a custom Fanatic football T-shirt. Grab a table for lunch. Manayunk Brew Pub has incredible food. Enjoy $3 Corona Light cans. Get game day ready with 97.5 The Fanatic presented by Corona. Watching the Birds game from home. How about this? Stock up and get Corona delivered today at ordercorona.com. Live la vida más fina with ice cold Corona Extra, Corona Light, or Corona Premier. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra beer imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois. Got to be 21.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Divisional round set. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Wawa. Wawa's bringing brisket back in a big way. Get the slow-cooked perfection on a sandwich. Brisket just got better at Wawa. Well, we do still have one more game of the Super Wild Card Weekend tonight between the Cowboys and the Bucks. But for the Eagles, the divisional round is set. They will be hosting the New York Giants this Saturday at 8:15. We got you covered all week long here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by AAA Car Care. Get a special winterization package for just $64.99 at a AAA Car Care Center now through January 31st. See store for details or visit AAA.com/mycar. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Smooth skin begins with hydrating ingredients. Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion nourishes your skin with all-day hydration for deeply moisturized results that give you confidence like buttery soft shoulders like and visibly smooth skin like. Quench your skin with nourishing moisture from Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion. Try Olay Hyaluronic Body Wash too and get skin your face will envy.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need presentations and brochures printed, and they have to be perfect.
Your bounded presentations, brochures with the finest folds, and more will be done right every time. That's our Print Big promise. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more, plus 20% back via store bonus. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 2/11. Rewards members only. Bonus must be redeemed in store. See staples.com/stores/printbig for details.
You know, home shows provide homeowners the deepest discounts on remodeling projects. It's John Kincaid from my friends at Window Nation, and they're bringing home show savings right into your house. Schedule a free, no-obligation in-home demonstration today and lock in this incredible offer. Get 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy with no limit, plus pay no interest for 60 months. If you want to know what your home would look like with new Window Nation windows, use their free virtual visualizer. Go to windownation.com/home show. You upload a picture of your house and you try out hundreds of options online. Every size, every style, every color. You get design tips from the experts and you learn how Window Nation's trained installation specialists have helped over 150,000 homeowners. Home show savings last for just a limited time. So call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com/home show. 2 free windows for every 2 you buy and no interest for 60 months. That's a full 5 years. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com/home show.
Join Andrew Salchunas and Tyrone Johnson for 97.5 The Fanatic's official playoff watch party at Wicked Wolf in Philadelphia. Watch the Birds take flight with the best fans in the country. Corona and Corona Light buckets on special and tons of great prizes. First 100 people get a custom Fanatic football shirt and chance to win a 65-inch TV courtesy of Gerhard's Appliances. 97.5 The Fanatic's official playoff watch party presented by Corona.
Live La Vida Más Fina.
For details, visit the events page on 975thefanatic.com.
Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Must be 21.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
That doesn't sound good.
Paper shredder's jammed, but I think I fixed it.
Oh, well, try shredding these $50 bills then.
Seems like it's working.
Better try another $400.
Stop. Instead of using money, use regular paper. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
Penalty is charged.
If you are a personal injury attorney in the Philadelphia area, we dare you to Google, who's the best lawyer near me? If your firm does not show up on the first page of the search results, then you are guilty of marketing malpractice.
For as little as $499 per month, BuildMeABetterSite.com will create and manage your website to ensure your law firm shows up for new clients who are ready to sign. Visit BuildMeABetterSite.com for your free demo.
BuildMeABetterSite.com is a small business resource of 97.5 The Fanatic.
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for Valentine's Day? Right now, generic Viagra, aka Sildenafil, is just $4 per dose at Roman. Just complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. If medication is appropriate, Roman sends everything right to your door with free shipping and in discreet packaging. Go to ro.co/Viagra to get generic Viagra for just $4 per dose. Do it by February 8th for 20% off and guaranteed shipping by Valentine's Day. That's ro.co/Viagra.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Everyone's up to watch the Birds game, but what happens if watching is all you have the energy to do? Hi, this is Dr. Avi Donapel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. Don't sit on the sidelines and snooze. Call us today for a free consultation. Our team of physicians will create a custom program to treat your ED and low T that's safe, affordable, and effective. Fly like an eagle and schedule your free consultation today at ironmountainmenshealth.com. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
Attention real estate developers! Bob Marino is at Spring Garden Lending, specializing in bridge and permanent loans to acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance investment properties. Spring Garden Lending, faster than a bank, less expensive than hard money lenders.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right, welcome back. Cuz Radio with the Tune is. Car Wash wanted an update on Avonte Maddox. Now, I texted Jeff McClain to see what's going on, the latest with Avonte, and if anything changed, because originally we thought he would be out. Jeff still thinks he's going to be out Sunday, which would mean CJ in the slot. So you remember, he's done that before, so it looks like CJ will be in the slot. And no Avonte Maddox for another week.
Yeah, I saw.
He'll be back for the Niners, which will be even more important because of all the down-the-field threats they have.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I think it was like 2 weeks ago now, was the first time people saw him without the walking boot on.
Yeah.
So that's always a good sign.
Yep. But listen, we always want to we aim to please. So if you're, I know that Car Wash was looking for the update, so we get you the update. Hey, by the way, let's talk about the fan cave, Tunis. You know the fan cave thing we're doing?
Yeah, I do.
It's a lot of fun. Robert Gleaner of Audubon, New Jersey, is the winner of our Fanatic Fan Cave contest. Listen this Friday as we kick off Birds Playoff Weekend, broadcasting live from Robert's house from 6 to 8 p.m. How cool is that? Sponsored by Royal Billiard. The new showroom is open, 515 Bethlehem Pike in Colmar, online at royalbilliard.com.
That's cool.
6 to 8 on Friday. Getting you set for that'll be the big, almost pep rally.
Yeah.
Robert's house.
Sounds good. Listen to Devon.
That's pretty cool. Let's keep it going. Sam is in Seattle. Sammy, what do you say, buddy?
It's been a while. How you been, Ant?
How you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy.
You ready? You feeling it?
I'm feeling it. But before I get into the Eagles game, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but because usually when people call in and they say they hate Joe Buck or Collinsworth, I'm like, well, then who else do you want to do the games? You got to give me a name if you hate Buck, who you prefer, right?
Right.
Having said that, how bad was Tony Dungy and Al Michaels?
You know what? Can I be real with you? I didn't mind it.
Was ripping up. I know. I watched it and I go, maybe it's just me.
It wasn't just you, Sam.
I didn't mind it.
Dude, Tony took a nap, dude.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I hate Collinsworth, so I'm not a big fan of just that whole NBC thing. I liked Al being back.
But it was one of the greatest comebacks ever, and the field goal was and the field goal's good.
Sneak when they went for two, and it was like.
But that's who Dungy's not. I mean, that's who he is. I hear you. I get it. Whatever. And
I'm usually one of those guys that, like, when people talk about Joe Buck, I'm like, dude, he's one of the best. Like,
he is the best. I mean, look, you saw it. I hate the Fox guys. I'm just not feeling the whole crew. I mean, Sid, Nance, and Romo were the best of the weekend.
Yep. Tirico was good with the call, though, with the strip sack.
Yeah, Tirico's a pro. Yeah.
He's a pro.
I mean, all these games are incredible.
Oh, it's been awesome.
I like Burkhart, but the other guy I don't like also.
Like, who knows what kind of team that's going to show up? Like, I'm a pessimistic fan. Like, I'm always, Jalen's hurt. Oh, my God, what's Gannon going to do?
Oh, you like doing that. You like scaring yourself.
I'm like one of those losers, right? So, but, like, you couldn't – I know, like, they're a different Giants team. Like, teams have ups and downs throughout the season. But, like, this isn't, like, week one. Like, they've already played a game. Like, for you to see a team like the Giants in the divisional round, like, you couldn't ask for a better opponent. Like, this ain't, like, Tom Brady or Packers or even Cowboys. I think this is one of the better matchups for the Eagles. I
mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they would have killed if they were playing Tampa. I think they would kill Tampa because I think their front. I don't think they could protect Brady especially against the Eagles front. Eagles.
But what scared me about Tampa was like when playoff time.
Yeah, but that team's not.
That's the same coach. He knows about Jalen. All those he keep him in the pocket, or he can't read nothing. Like,
Jalen's a much different quarterback than he was last year.
He's a whole different player. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly.
The fact that I'm so confident, a pessimistic guy like me who's always whining about the team.
Right.
The guy like me's confidence kind of scary to me. I'm like, dude, what is this?
Yeah, I think. Listen, I don't think it's going to be 48-22. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think the Giants are a better team. I think Brian Daboll's a terrific coach.
Yeah.
I think his game's a closer game. I just think I think the Eagles are going to win, but I think it's a close game. I think it's going to be a good football game. I think it all depends on Gannon. I think this is a Gannon game, Sammy. He's got to play his guys. He's got to just crowd the line of scrimmage. Play a lot more press, not allow those cheap yards. That's what Daboll's going to want to do. He's going to run clock, and he wants to put that team in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Yep, you got to shut him out early. You can't let him leave around like he usually does. And then with another thing about Jalen is I wish they would. like injuries. Like I know injuries part of the game, but it's setting. I know everything is still in front of them. They can still go win whatever they want to win. They can go to the NFC Championship game. They can win this whole thing. They still can. But those injuries are so heartbreaking because it's setting up where if he didn't get hurt, dude, they're heavy favorites going into any matchup.
Yeah. Listen, if he's not hurt, and Sammy, great to hear from you, buddy. If he's not hurt and their offense is rolling, I mean, like you feel great. I mean, obviously. I mean, the way they were, remember, it's still mind-boggling, but sometimes I think we always need to keep this in the back of our minds, that Jalen lost one game. That's it. Jalen lost one game.
And there were a couple games.
And that was a fluky loss with the way the Washington game went down. Go ahead, Choose.
Well, there were also a couple games where he won them the game, right? Like the Texans game, the Colts game. Like there were times where, look, they went 14-3 because they're an overall good football team, right? But there were a couple of games this year where if it wasn't for Hurts and the stuff that he did with his legs and the smart, his smart decision making, there were, there's all of a sudden they're 12-5.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there were a couple of games that they probably should have lost. The Cardinals game early on in the year that was tight, and he made some big plays at the end. He had a couple of big fourth quarters when they needed him this year. He deserves a ton of credit, dude.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. I completely feel you on it. I mean, listen, he's a again, they when he's healthy, and again, I don't know what his shoulder's going to be like. Am I mildly concerned or yes, I'm legitimately concerned. The fact that he's playing, I keep going back to it. I don't know the answer. That's the unknown is a little worrisome. But other than that, again, even the way he played last week, again, 2 weeks ago against the Giants, it was, it was good to get him out there to feel it, and he's going to have to do certain things. I mean, I don't know what kind of depth can they run him. I don't know. Like, can they run the RPRs? Because that's
right.
that's a big deal.
I feel like you have to, man.
Well, you can only do it if you're not going to imperil him for the whole run.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to limit the RPRs if I know that shoulder can't stand up to it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And exactly. That's when we go back to we don't know the severity of the injury, right? Like, I know there was a report last week from Diana Rossini, and it was kind of like a dull report. I love Diana Rossini, so I'm not taking a shot at her.
Yeah.
But, she spoke with somebody inside the organization that they fear re-injuring, a re-injury if he takes one shot, which, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing you worry about.
Right.
Like, again, all it takes is one RPR, and even if you hand the ball off and you're not running it and you take a shot, you run that style of offense, you're taking shots.
Yeah. Now, the report wasn't like he's one touch away from his arm falling off.
No. It's about the right hit at the right time. Right. I mean, that's the shame of it. The shame of it is that you're going into it with not at full strength.
Yeah, Sam brings it up to how much it sucks with the injury. If he's healthy, he's the best quarterback, right? This year in the NFC in the playoffs, right? Because Brady's obviously the GOAT, but he's not the same. He's not the same Brady. Dak Prescott's been a mess this year.
Yeah, and then you get the kid. Yep.
And even before that, Cousins. I wasn't really. Cousins can hurt you at times, right? We've seen it.
I didn't think yesterday was his fault.
No, it wasn't.
I thought he played fine. I just thought their defense was tragically bad, and some of the play call, like I didn't get some of the cute. They got too cute with one play. It was ridiculous, and a couple of times I thought they should have went for it. But I thought the Giants' offense controlled that game.
Yeah, they did for sure. I just think Hurts escapes a lot more than obviously. I mean, that's again not rocket science. He escapes pressure better than Kirk Cousins.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, listen, he's better. He does. He can do more things. The issue again is Not that the issues then is what kind of offense could you run?
Right.
How bad is the shoulder throwing? What about taking a hit? I mean, these are all stuff that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And you just take it at face value. You're going to play. You're going to play.
Saturday night, yeah.
Right? That's just what it is. Let me go to Billy in Princeton, a Giant fan. Hello, Billy.
Fellas, I give you all the respect. I love Philadelphia sports. We're like the Mason-Dixon line here because we get all.
Yes, Philly. Princeton. You're right. You guys are the Mason-Dixon line. That's right.
Absolutely. So, but the Eagles are great, but you're running into a juggernaut, and it's a long time payback.
Juggernaut.
I'm telling you, you're just
juggernaut. I mean, is that offense a juggernaut?
DJ is like he is playing lights out. That game yesterday.
Oh, now he's DJ.
So underrated. I'm telling you, you're getting him at the wrong time. And Jalen Hurts is hurt now. When he's healthy, he is the best in the NFC. But right now, the best quarterback in the NFC is Daniel Jones. This guy is playing lights out.
That's not elite. He played against the Vikings defense.
I don't care.
That's a big deal, though, brother. Really, honestly, if you're going to keep it real, like if you're seriously going to keep it real, I gave the Giants their bouquets, but you got to grade them on a curve.
I don't want bouquets. Listen, but
wait, hold time out.
Go ahead.
When you looked at that game yesterday, you see how bad the Vikings defense is. They had to go late in the box because they couldn't cover pedestrian wide receivers.
I hear about this pedestrian wide receivers over and over and over.
What they are. I mean, Hodgins has come on.
He's a good ball player, and I'm telling you, this is a well-coached
Come on, what,
team.
Slayton? You Slayton's? He's Jefferson? Come on, brother. Keep it real with me.
But who are you going to, like, when Hurts gets out there, we have a defense that is healthy. This is the first time we got a Dory Jackson down. You're talking about Maddox coming back for the 49ers.
Dude.
Get past the Giants.
A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
A.J. Brown is a stud. I grant you that.
And Devontae Smith on the other side. And Goddard. You want to go tight end? You want to go with your boy Bellinger versus Goddard? You lose that one every 10 out of 10 times, too.
I give you all that, but you got to play now a team that is rising.
G-Man. What happens? Every time you play the Eagles, what happens? You get your heart broke. So listen, you got a good coach. Look for it next year.
This is our payback. You are going down. We have a better coach. And you're going
all of a sudden, listen, you got a nice future. All right, you got it, brother. Listen,
I'm telling you.
All right.
The Giants are better than people are giving. Did
I tell you the 48-22? Did I? I didn't say that. But stop. You show some respect to a team that lost one time with a starting quarterback.
Yes, but your quarterback.
You showing no respect.
He hasn't.
Nah. You show no respect. You got to respect the Eagles.
The Eagles
one
stink
seed.
all of a sudden.
You got to. I know you're all puffed up because you beat the Vikings defense. And that you want to talk about the Vikings marshmallow defense. Oh, my God. Puff pastry. It's like running through a cream donut, that defense.
By the way, I mean, there were a lot of people like 2 weeks ago when we found out the matchup that were saying the Giants were going to win. Like, it's not like this was a shocking upset that the Giants beat the Vikings.
Exactly. My boy Jimmy Garecki, skateboard legend. Dallas Goedert didn't even play in the first game. And they put up 48.
Yeah, that's right.
And they put up a 48 burger. I mean, listen, it's one thing. They want to go payback. And Daniel Jones, he played well yesterday. Does he do? I fear Brock Purdy throwing the ball more than I fear Daniel Jones throwing the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing that he's got is he's mobile. You know, it's not like he's going to come in and dart you to death with those great wideouts. Right. Richie James. Come on, bro. I can do that all day. Slayton. I like Hodgins. Hodgins I like. But
he's not A.J. Brown.
Or Devontae Smith.
Right.
You know, come on now. You can throw that out. Their defense healthy now. All right, well, again, this Eagle offense, this Eagle team won 14 games.
Yeah.
You guys show some respect to the 1 seed.
I agree. Now, speaking of receivers, and you mentioned the Minnesota Vikings, I was going to play this for you in the vault today, but we ran out of time. But I figured it's always a good time to play it. I have obviously yesterday Jalen Reagor muffed that punt.
Yes.
And they recovered. But I think his name's Paul Allen, who does the play-by-play for the Vikings.
He's good, actually.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah.
I want to play this for you. Listen to Paul Nolan. Paul Nolan, that's the guy that joins me Saturday from freewinners.net. This is Paul Allen.
Well, Paul Nolan was the painter.
No, that's Brian Nolan.
I
believe.
Brian,
Yeah.
From Nolan Painting.
Yeah.
I like Brian Nolan.
He's got a nice voice. We always say that.
Mr. Nolan.
Here's Paul Allen reacting to Jalen Reagor's muffed punt.
Jalen Reagor muffed it where he should have called fair catch, and the Vikings held on to it. That's so freaking unacceptable. That's unbelievable he just did that. Let's pause. 4:12 to go in the third quarter. 24-21 Giants. Vikings ball on the KFA and Minnesota Vikings radio network. Not driven by Jalen Reagor, driven by Polaris.
I feel like you never hear
freaking
that.
unacceptable.
Yeah, you never hear that kind of a reaction by a play-by-play guy.
No, well, that's old school. That's good. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And he's right. He was
work
right.
for the team, so they always try to pump up their guys. But
yeah. Can't pump that up.
No, dude, that guy stinks.
He stinks. He does stink. But listen, we got to go over the games real fast because there's been a ton. I mean, yes, what a weekend.
Yeah, it was insane.
It begins with the Niners, right? And what we thought was going to be a rain game. Nice weather actually showed up.
It turned out
in Santa Clara. And Seattle, after the initial burst by the Niners, Seattle comes back in the second quarter, and they make it a sweat. And then the Niners, there's just so much. You got to do it for more than a half.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it was a good contest for the Niners. They, look, they have just so many weapons. We just talked about not too long ago, right? Like Deebo Samuel comes back, and that's just an embarrassment of riches that team has. And look, you can say the Eagles are pretty on par in terms of talent, right? Like you do the same. Like George Kittle, Dallas Goedert, Ayuk, Samuel, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
Now, here's the one thing. I was surprised at some of the drives. Now, this bodes well for us and the potential matchup in the NFC Championship game. Seattle moved the ball better than I expected.
They did.
They ran the ball. Kenneth Walker had some nice runs. They had a couple long drives against that vaunted Niner defense, right? So they had 14 plays, 78 yards was one Seattle drive. Then they had another one that was the 5-play, 71-yard, and that was the big Metcalf one, yeah. That was 50-yarder. But they, listen, then they had the 12-play drive in the third quarter on the fumble, and that was the game. But they held the ball for 12 plays.
Yeah.
And they were, making them sweat. They were running the ball. So, that bodes well for the Eagles' run game because I think the Eagles' run game is better than the Seattle run game.
Yes, for sure.
Just because of the threat of Jalen.
Right. And the line's better.
Yes.
I like Kenneth Walker.
I do too.
I like Miles Sanders too.
Well, I listen, I just think the threat of Jalen makes the Eagles a little bit better. And then you get obviously the RPO game because you got Devontae and AJ. So you got that too. All right. 610-632-0975. So what's our deal, Tunis? We got one more segment?
Yeah. We're going to go till, I think, 12:43, leading you into Flyers pregame.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. We got Flyer hockey today. By the way, let's discuss the Bagster. Because who do you want to put in the playoff Bagster?
Brandon Staley.
Yes. Staley belongs in the Bagster.
And this dates back to 2 weeks ago.
The worst coach in the history, since Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
God, horrible. How's he still have a job? He's just pathetic.
I mean, I can't imagine that he will in the next week.
You got to throw your man in the bagster.
My man.
Yeah, you're analytic boy.
I'm all Dougied up. Gosh,
it went great. He even dealt with Dougie's going for 4th and 8. Hey, you get ready to move or organize a garage or attic, remodel the bathroom. It sounds like you. Let me tell you about the perfect cleanup solution for all these projects and more. It's the Bagster. The Bagster bag, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The bags are just a great product. 3 cubic yard dumpster. The bag sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores, and for just $29.99. That's only $29.99. The bag's so easy to use. Whatever your cleanup plans are, maybe the garage, the attic, maybe do some remodeling, bags are back. You handle it, man. Go buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Poof, it's gone. No time limits. Completely on demand. Go to thebagster.com to find a store nearest you for all the details. Anthony Gargano telling you clean it up with the Bagster. Dumpster in the bag.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Eagles Giants. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by AAA Car Care. Get a special winterization package for just $64.99 at a AAA Car Care Center now through January 31st. See store for details or visit AAA.com/mycar. The divisional round is set for the Eagles. They will be taking on the New York Giants after the Giants upset the Vikings in Minnesota yesterday. Kickoff will be this Saturday at 8:15. We got you covered all week long here on the Fanatic. Sixers with a nice 2-0 weekend, beginning their West Coast trip. Flyers in action today, a matinee game. Happy MLK Day. Flyers in Boston taking on the Bruins. Puck drop will be at 1 o'clock. You can listen live right here on the Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Wawa. Wawa is bringing brisket back in a big way. Get the slow-cooked perfection on a sandwich. Brisket just got better at Wawa. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Dan, I haven't seen you around the gym. You used to be the strongest guy in Philly.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
No, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean. I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people in Philly to try for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Guys in Philly, text RIP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text RIP to 42424. That's RIP to 42424.
Hey, it's Pro Football Playoff time. It's the best time of the year. John Kincaid telling you it's been a great year for the Birds, and I want you to join the action in the BetPark Sportsbook and Casino app. It's got you and me covered for Pro Football Playoffs. Plus, with pro and college hoops and so much more, you get the odds, the bets, the slots, and the games right there in the palm of your hand. And it's safe, it's secure, and it's easy to use. The official sportsbook for the real Philly sports fan. I know this. You can bet on more than just the score. Individual player performances let you cash in. And live in-game wagering lets you bet during the game. So come on in and join me on the BetParks app. And new users can get up to $750 in sportsbook bonus back if your first bet isn't a winner. So download it today and start playing instantly with the BetParks Sportsbook and Casino app. Now, you got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. See BetParks.com to get full terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Brisket is back at Wawa, which means you could get a savory barbecue brisket sandwich or a creamy barbecue brisket mac and cheese bowl. Or you could get both on Wawa's new barbecue brisket mac and cheese panini. Your two favorites melted between perfectly toasty bread. It's the best of both worlds. A double whammy. A toast of two favorites. Brisket is back and better than ever at Wawa. Try it in a sandwich, bowl, or a panini. Gotta have a Wawa. New Year's are for fresh starts, and fresh starts call for fresh Wawa coffee. Like 100% Colombian, hazelnut, French vanilla, and now the limited edition maple coffee cake flavored coffee. Made fresh every morning. Hints of cinnamon and sweet maple syrup go perfectly with your go-to milk or creamer for a sweet start to your day. Start fresh with a maple coffee cake flavored coffee. Great morning start at Wawa.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code IMPACT at checkout. That's harrys.com, code IMPACT. Enjoy!
Save now on appliances and more at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Get deals on select major appliances and take home what you buy same day. And save an additional 10% on all in-store clearance appliances. Plus, get store-wide savings on even more items. Stock up on GE Sync Reveal 60-watt dimmable smart LED light bulbs for just $9.98 each. Head to your local Lowe's store or visit Lowes.com to shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowes.com for details. Valid 1/12 to 1/18.
Nachos! Yeah, your nachos!
Hey, I'll take some.
Great. And some Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
Oh, you're just gonna eat these dry, plain, boring nachos with no Frank's? Seriously? Frank it up. Frank it up. Come on, lady. Frank it up. Frank it up. Frank it up. Yeah! Yeah, this guy finally gets it. Hey, look, we're on the Jumbotron.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico because Pico's got the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and to save cash. See how Pico's helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy costs to improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal and an energy profile. The report will be generated for you, and this profile is going to provide specific recommendation based on your facilities, equipment, and energy use with great ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
All right, welcome back. 12:30. Bizarre, Tunis. We are taking up the Flyers hockey. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. This doesn't happen all that often. And I know in years past, with MLK Day, the Sixers are usually on it.
That's what I was
and
thinking.
So the last couple of years...
Sixers aren't playing today.
No,
MLK Day. I love when the Sixers play.
And the last couple of years, you and I have actually done extra time.
Yes, leading up to...
like if it was like a 3 o'clock tip-off, we would go to like 2:45 or whatever.
Right.
And so, full disclosure, bro, I had no idea. I had no idea the Flyers were playing at 1 o'clock today.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
Zero.
You
Zero
You
idea.
know what's hysterical? Is you call me, you're like, oh my God.
Zero. I come in here. Here's your inside radio. We have the people on YouTube could say it, but if you're driving, I'll just explain. We have the commercial log.
Right.
And I have to check it all off, make sure everything plays. And if I check off that something played and it never played, I can get in trouble for it, blah, blah. But this also shows us where our live reads are. So when Anthony's talking about the Bagster, I know that at 12:22,
yes,
the Bagster, right? So I'm scrolling through, I get the live reads for 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then I turn to the 1 o'clock page, and at the top it says Flyers pregame. And I go, what? Flyers pre? I thought there was a mistake. I thought there was something wrong with the log. And so I go over, behind me is the schedule that Coach prints out. So Pat's doing the morning show. Pat's like, what's up with you? And I look at the schedule. Sure enough, Flyers, Bruins, 1 o'clock puck drop, bro.
That's awesome.
I knew they were playing it. I just didn't know it was 1 o'clock.
Well, it was funny because yesterday I was doing my schedules for the week.
Right.
So I go over times with where everybody's playing.
'Cause you're a loser.
Yeah, I'm still a loser. And I was looking for everything, and I saw, oh man, 1:00, man, the Flyers Bruins. So I was like, wow, quick show.
Yeah, I was amazed.
Today's a great MLK Day is a great sports day because you get all the games in the afternoon. But you're right. I miss the Sixers. I wish they would have played today.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's
the
been
whole
the last
NBA
couple
should
years.
play. I don't know why you play on a Sunday when you could play the whole day on MLK Day.
That's a great question. I don't know. Like, who's watching during wild card weekend a basketball game?
I'll be honest with you. Me, I love Sixers Lakers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always in on that, but I was in football mode.
Yeah, of course.
I was just clicking back and forth.
Bronny still got it, man. He put up 30 last night.
Yeah.
But Joe, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. Let's go to... Let's see where we at. Nicky, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Nicky.
Gentlemen.
What's up, Nicky?
Brown was good for the commercials. Because by that point, I was like, yeah, I got it. The commercials are getting long. There's a lot of expedited reviews. So Bronny Braun, it's good to see a little Bronny Braun. Bronny Braun was still lifting well above the rim.
Yes.
He was rising out.
Yeah.
His knees, he won't stop playing because his knees are bad. That's for sure.
Yes.
I spoke to the Tunis on the Waking Cake.
Oh, you did?
Dude, Tunis, you're so chesty. He was like, forget about the Giants today. And then he was like, Brock ain't coming on Saturday. Brock ain't coming in here on any time of the day or week or night and beat the Eagles at home. And
No, I never said anything about Brock because
you said the 49ers. You said, am I going to get nervous about the 49ers coming in here?
When did I say that? No, Pat said.
That was cake. That was the cake.
That was cake,
He was
yeah.
like, I ain't scared. You're right. That's right. You're right. Anyway, great weekend of football. And now we get to focus. Dude, I
know.
I got to say, first of all, I'm completely happy they're playing Saturday. I was so happy. I was like, I need the Giants to win because my wife's Christmas deal with her family, we have yet to do. Because people have been sick, people work in the restaurant business, people worked overnight at Penske, so it was like we were supposed to go out last Saturday for the Christmas. We still didn't do it. So they're like, we're going to do it the 22nd. I was like, oh, my God, the 22nd. Thank God that's a Sunday, and that's why I wanted the Giants to win last night.
Oh, my God, dude, you would have got tortured.
Dude, if Dallas wins tonight, there's no way they would have made them play Saturday. It's such a short week. So, anyway, Giants. Look, I was kind of happy and confident, but I saw a lot of the Giants the last couple of weeks, and I don't care what we say about Minnesota. We knew they were paper tigers, but they kind of dominated the paper tigers at home, which they usually don't get dominated. Even though it was a close game, it was one possession game. They really, once they took the 14-7 lead, this Giants team is nothing like the team we saw, or like the team they were the first 7, 8, 9 games of the season. They are definitely interesting. We have much more talent. If we played them 7, 10 times this postseason, I said we win 7 of those times, and probably by 7 or more. But that doesn't mean they if Gannon gets stupid, and if Nicky Sirianni forgets to just balance out that offense and just pay attention to what the defense is giving them.
Yeah, no, listen, I agree with you. I agree with your assessment. I mean, they're a
legit team.
They are, and they're playing much better than they were that day, 48-22. Yeah. I mean, the game got out of hand. Now, for us, I again, you mentioned Gannon. That you heard me this morning. That's my biggest thing. And it's going to be about Birds just got to get out to a lead, man. They need to lead. You got to lead them. I just don't want to see that playing from behind.
And like if they get up by 10, even if it's early, what scares me is that Minnesota was going light in the box.
Yeah,
and they never ran. Well, the second half, did he get one carry? He got a lot of throws out of the backfield, but he didn't get, I don't think, a single carry. So everybody's saying, we don't care you're light in the box. We can pass on you guys 24/7. And
but again, that game plan didn't make sense to me.
No,
I mean the Vikings game plan, I didn't make sense to me at all. Like, here's the thing. I know you got suspect secondary. The Vikings got a bad secondary. But again, I mean, you're still talking about Daniel Jones, and guys were wide open. Like, I don't know what happened.
Guys were wide open. They were just running through that zone, and they never changed. Now, I hope, speaking of that number 57 linebacker for the Giants, he's been there 17 minutes now on the Giants.
Yeah.
He had a couple big breakdowns.
The thing that scared me about, not scared me, but the thing that I was surprised about the Giants was they shut down Dalvin Cook. Like, they couldn't run, Minnesota couldn't run the ball. And then with the Giant and Nicky, great call, my brother. I'm happy you're not going to miss the game. But what really surprised me, Tunis, was that they were able to shut down Dalvin Cook and take Jefferson out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was
that was bizarre. Like they kept Jefferson in front of them, and they kept Dalvin Cook out of the game.
Yeah, that was impressive. And
I'm still stunned by that.
And it
was Hawkinson that was their biggest threat.
Right, and it's even more impressive that KJ Osborne has been as good as he has been really since the second half.
He didn't do anything either.
He didn't do anything either. So it was
Hawkinson's show. But the other part of it was too, they kept the Vikings offense off the field.
Yep.
Because they controlled the game.
And that goes back to
almost
the
8 minutes
Commanders'
more,
loss.
Yeah, almost 8 minutes more of time of possession, which is why I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to say it all week long. Jonathan Gannon needs to crowd the line of scrimmage. He cannot play off the ball. Seriously. You can't play off the ball and allow them. You're nuts.
There's 30 more seconds of this.
He's not. Listen, if he doesn't do that, he's going into Cannon for good. All right?
And you're shooting him to Houston.
Yes. Pull.
Oh, please.
Fire.
Oh, please don't take him, Houston.
Fire.
It is crazy. They're 14-3, first round bye, and I'm still going, please go to Houston.
Well, it's this defense. I mean, I just don't. It doesn't match what they do offensively in the grand scheme. Now, again, I mean, I'll say this too because I can't come on. I would be a hypocrite to come on and bitch and moan about this defense when they've been great. Like, I love the personnel.
Yes.
And even if I disagree with, even if I'm not a big fan of this general scheme, fact of the matter is he's presided over this sack record.
Yes, he has.
17 games and those 17 games.
Right. Yeah.
It's still impressive. Right? Aaron, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Aaron.
Come on, man. We all called it, man. The Giants was going to beat Minnesota, man. We called
I didn't.
It. I called
you did. I didn't.
You wasn't because they like Dallas, man. They choking games. They not that great.
Well, you're right about that.
They not that great. And these Giants, I've been listening all day, man. And I hate the Giants more than Dallas. Me and Tunis always say this. I can't.
Oh, you ever hate the Giant guy more than the Cowboy guy? Really?
Yes, because
I don't know that.
Yes, because Dallas, it's just the fans of Dallas. The team is, the team is.
Yeah, well, that's the point. That's why you hate them.
Yeah, but I hate Giants fans, too, because they sneaky and they come out the weeds. And then all of a sudden when they win, you hear from them. They like, and then they're going to say they're going to beat us, man. And then the Cowboys fans will jump on with the Giants. Oh, they're going to lose to the Giants.
No, you think so?
All day today, man.
Yeah?
It's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, all right. They're starting already, huh?
They're starting already, brother.
Look at that.
Home from Camden called with his crazy self and was talking all kinds of craziness about the Eagles, man. It's just, it's the hate coming out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this. They're going to roll over the Giants, man. They're going to roll.
You're thinking route?
Yeah, it's a route.
Really?
A route.
All right.
It's a route. Just get ready. Just sit back and just relax. And after that game, just think of the NFC Championship game. because they're going to rout them. First half is going to be almost over.
Really? All right.
Yeah,
I like it.
What you got to do is just stop Barkley.
Well,
I mean, after Barkley, it's really nothing. Come on, if you.
I mean, what you call it's not bad. I mean, Hodgins is not bad.
Man, all right, but we got people for them.
All right.
I'm saying, but
I hear you.
You got to crowd the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And you got to just stop the run and just let them guys just let Slay and Bradbury just play your man.
Yeah, I bet that you're speaking my language.
And let's just do it, man. And let Hurts run all over them, throw all over them, hit AJ, hit Devontae, hit everybody.
Yeah.
Throw the ball around. Come on, man. They can't stop all this.
Oh, I like your bravado. We're up against it today.
I know. Good Flyers hockey, man. I'm pulling for the Flyers today, man.
That's it, Flyers, Bruins. Thanks, buddy.
Just winning 2 on the road.
All right, buddy. I like it. That's right, 10-9-8-76s. We'll come back. We got a lot of busy week for you, so make sure you keep it right here, all right, all week long, because we're going to get nuts. I promise you. All right, thanks for hanging with us. We love you guys. Stay tuned. Flyer Hockey's next, and we'll see you in the morning.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Yeah, Flyers hockey next. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this update is brought to you by Jefferson Health. At Jefferson Health, there are more than 12,000 caregivers who push beyond what's possible. It is healthcare rooted in care. Jefferson Health, uncompromising care. If you're confused as to why we're signing off, well, we got Flyers hockey next. Flyers traveling to Boston to take on the Bruins. Puck drop is next, 1 o'clock. You get the pregame show before that. Best show ever will be on following the conclusion of the game. And, of course, they will be talking about the Eagles, as we will be all week long. The Eagles set to take on the Giants Saturday night in the divisional round of the playoffs. The Giants went into Minnesota and upset the Vikings yesterday. We have one more game to decide the entirety of Wild Card Weekend. The Buccaneers are hosting those hated Dallas Cowboys. Keep it locked here in the Fanatic for all today's news and information. Flyers hockey next, right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
See DallasStillSucks.com for details. All offers on approved credit. Plus tax 452 doctor.
It's New Year, new car. Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess.
Easy, boy. Here we go.
New year, new car.
And they're off.
World famous Gary Barberas is storming out of the gate, and you can too in America's favorite from $12,990. Yes, from $12,990.
It's our first sale of the year with Jeeps Cheap. And that's why Birds coach Nick picks Barbera.
Boy, I guess.
Just $199 down for only $199 a month. Gary Barbera discounts Jeeps Cheap.
Oh, yeah. DallasStillSucks.com.
New year, new car.
It's our first sale of the year. Going Cherokee.
Crazy? Shop rows and rows of Borbeck in the Boulevard. Jeeps Cheap. Just $199 down for only $199 a month.
Right, Birds coach Nick?
Hey, this is Coach Sirianni. Is Barbera the best? Boy, I guess. Go Birds.
DallasStillSucks.com.
Well, folks, it's the new year, and that means it's time for all of us to take stock of our goals for 2023 and beyond. And this time next year, guess what? Well, you could be a graduate of CSB Media Arts Center and one step closer into your dream career in the broadcast media industry. Hey, it's Connor Thomas, and I'm a very proud CSB graduate, and CSB is molding a new generation of professionals that are shaping the future of the broadcast media industry. Do you want to do what I do? Well, you could be next. CSB offers hands-on, learn-by-doing training, podcasting, audio and video production, radio, television, sports, and more. And it's in months, not years. CSB's training, well, it gave me the skills that helped me land right here at the Fanatic. And they can do the absolute same for you. Listen, college isn't for everyone, and certainly neither is student loan debt. There's no lecture halls here, just studios. So this year, make the New Year's resolution that I did back in 2019. Invest in yourself and your future. It was the best decision I ever made. Schedule your tour at GoCSB.com, CSB Media Arts Center in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center is approved for veterans training. GoCSB.com.
Every small business owner knows business can happen anytime, anywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Get started with internet for just $49 a month. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. And ask how to get up to $1,000 in prepaid cards.
Flight 291 is down.
Yep, you're you're going places, and when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Hey, it's Cuz. So your New Year's resolution is to lose weight, right? Well, you can do that the right way. Get healthy with NJ Diet. NJ Diet's scientific approach will ensure that you lose that fat quickly and safely. NJ Diet uses your hair and saliva samples along with their bioenergetic scans to personalize natural solutions and supplements that balances your hormones, where the side effect is, you got it, weight loss. You're going to shed a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to help you keep it off. NJ Diet, all natural. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Ew. Full supervision provided every step of the way. You even get the doctor's personal email and phone number. Locations in King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, Newark, Delaware, or from home with live online video consultations. Lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days, and that's guaranteed. Call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Schedule your consult today. NJDiet.com. That's NJDiet.com. And lose the weight for good.
Nachos! Yeah, your nachos!
Hey, I'll take some.
Great. And some Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
Oh, you're just gonna eat these dry, plain, boring nachos with no Franks? Seriously? Frank it up. Frank it up. Come on, lady. Frank it up. Frank it up. Frank it up. Yeah! Yeah, this guy finally gets it. Hey, look, we're on the Jumbotron.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Finding new patients for your dental practice can be like pulling teeth.
If you are a dental professional in the Philadelphia area, we dare you to Google, who's the best dentist near me? If your practice does not show up on the first page of the search results, then you may be committing marketing malpractice.
For as little as $499 per month, BuildMeABetterSite.com will create and manage a website to ensure your practice shows up for new patients who are ready to rinse and spit. Visit BuildMeABetterSite.com for your free demo.
BuildMeABetterSite.com is a small business resource of 97.5 The Fanatic.
Calling all cars. The Philly Auto Show is back January 28th to February 5th at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. Making its return for 2023, Custom Out. Wildest mix of customized rides under one roof. Imports, trucks, Euros, hot rods, and rat rods. Come meet the clubs that make it happen and cruise down local lane to see builds right from our area. See the personalized modifications that make you, you. Custom paint, custom builds, custom wheels. Come see it all at Custom Out. Visit PhillyAutoShow.com.
Flyers hockey is back.
All alone in front. Here's Konechny. Right to the net. He scores! Hayes going in all alone. Backhand. He scores!
This is the Fanatic Flyers pregame show with Jason Martinez on 97.5 The Fanatic.
That's right. It's matinee hockey in Beantown. Flyers and the Bruins today from TD Garden, Martin Luther King Day, and the rare Monday matinee. Brian Smith, Jason Martinez, Flyers Game Day brought to you by Betway. Brian, the Flyers have been running good on the road. Today, you get the best team on their home ice in the Bruins, who've only lost one game in regulation on their home ice all season. Tough task at hand.
Absolutely a tough task, but if the Flyers at any point have been equipped to handle it, it's right now, as they've certainly reeled off a string of games here where they have been able to